This is Game Exchange of Colorado, a distributor here. He's got his games on display that we're playing, and that the showroom floor, all of the walls are lined with pinball machines and other arcade games in the center.
So
Pepper says it's working now.
Okay, the audio is
Peppers.
good. All right.
Again, I'm Dave Johnson, and you can see me as Pez Johnson in chat from time to time.
And I'm Ryan Wanger. You can see me as Ryan Wanger in chat here and there.
Paul is our producer, and he's got things working there in the background.
There's Paul. Yep.
He gives a big thumbs up there. So we just completed Munsters. It looks like Summer took the game, and we are at a 4 thing. Ryan is going to see if we can get Snow. You can go get her.
No, I think we gotta like system. See if we can get a different game. That's what.
I heard that. Push the side button, or if you got the earpiece on, but you don't. Hold in the side button.
Hey. Hey, can you get Snow? Snow. Yeah. Yes.
We're going as it goes. Again, this is Game Exchange of Colorado. This is where
Are we going to move games in the middle of a round?
We're finding out the information here.
We had a 3-player game, so we just got a lot of dead air here. Okay. Yeah, I know. Just asking. Okay, great. Right, I know. She dropped out mid-round. Okay, so we're not moving mid-round. Okay.
Peppers, you got it right in time. We got it fixed just right on time, too. So.
All right, so yeah, we're Game Exchange, Colorado, great distributor if you're looking to buy games, pinball machines, other types of. I don't know what this boxing thing is. Maybe we'll do that.
A test of strength. Championship boxing. You haven't played this? My highest score right now is 999 on it.
Sure.
That's not mine, no. I didn't even get 413, to be quite honest with you, either. But
we got pool tables and bubble checks, bubble hockey.
Which I will gladly take you on the darts that are over there in the corner later on
if
you
want.
want.
Not into fake darts, really. But so this is how many? We have probably 26 women competing today. 4-player groups, 7, 5, 3, 1 scoring. You play one game, then you get paired with a new group next round. We're going to play for 3 hours, and then there's going to be the top 4 in points. We'll play a final game. And we got a mobile rig. Right now we're in between matches because the group we were following was a 3-player group and ended up being a brutal game of Munsters that didn't last very long.
There's the match play link there on the description right below. If you want to follow the results live, matchplay.live/GEX-women's.
You can also type !standings with no space into the chat, and it'll post the link for you, and then you can just click it without having to type anything.
All right, so as typical, we've got a nice 5-way
standings, guys.
Yeah. Oh, nice, great. We got our standings. So I don't believe we have the results from all the matches yet, but you can see there's Summer, Stephanie, Tracy, Laura, Cassie all won their matches, so they're in the lead with 7 points at the
Looks
moment.
like Deadpool Premium is still being played, and Iron Maiden is still being played.
It was nice when I was going over the games. There's multiple copies of multiple of those games, so I could get to pick one of the Deadpools couldn't hit the lock shot, and the other one you could. So that's why we're on the premium.
No, he's got a great selection of games and some older games that you can definitely buy. Of course, Game Exchange is not just a distributor, but also part supplies as well as repair. So they have on display some of them that are ready to be purchased. But we're pretty much just doing the newer games today. You could check on the arenas. Looks like we got 11 games to choose from.
Yeah, it is mostly newer games. And also, so one of the reasons that we're running this event today is to raise awareness about women's division, I guess would be the word, in the IFPA. So this year, Colorado is registered to hold a ladies' state championship, which would be in January of 2021 based on points earned in 2020. So, this event will be, was registered with the IFPA 30 days in advance. That makes it eligible for Whopper points, and so everyone here will earn points that are based on the number of players, how good the players are, the number of games played in the format, and it's actually, I mean, I'm a tournament director, so I submit tournaments all the time. It's easy. You just basically say how many games got played, and you list out the order that people finished, and then it all gets calculated by the IFPA. And so there's going to be traditional events. Open events are open to men and women, but there's a women's division now that's open just to women, and that's the reason for that is just to raise the level of participation and interest from women who are generally severely underrepresented at regular pinball events, so at the open events.
And we got a handful of new players, some of them who have traveled quite a distance to get here. We're centrally located in Denver, Colorado here at Game Exchange, but we have players from Pueblo, which I believe 2 hours away, people from Fort Collins, which is also about, Pueblo 2 hours away south, Fort Collins about an hour and a half north. We've got people from Loveland. We've got a few from Colorado Springs. We got just players from all over, and we've got really great representation of some of the places that you could play all over the states. And it's, I think, one of the reasons why we do get to be an IFPA super state as well. Yeah,
that is true. We have a lot of tournaments in Colorado, and last year it's over 100. You need 100 tournaments and 400 unique players, and we blew past those easily last year.
Yeah. It looks like Deadpool is getting results calculated in. We'll see how those ladies are doing. I know the one who's the fourth player on that particular game. Not saying that I'm cheering for anybody in particular.
So much for impartial commentary.
And it looks like Danica gets first on that. Shania gets second. Jennifer gets third, and Kim gets fourth on Deadpool. We're still waiting for Iron Maiden, Legacy of the Beast to be played as well.
Yeah, there's typically like a row of older games right there, but a lot of them have been sold recently. So there's a Matahari. That's the only non-DMD over there, huh? Got
yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, WrestleMania, Star Wars Episode 1, if that's your thing. I don't think I've ever played that game, actually. Have you?
You never played it?
No.
I've played it. I remember playing it new when it first came out.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, I never played Revenge from Mars, which is the other Pinball 2000.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they're interchangeable, where you can actually take the whole play field out. One of the followers of Colorado Pinball Collective and another streamer is Pinball Princess, or Princess Pinball Jillian.
Okay.
She has a cabinet, and she
has both play fields?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you load them both in, the Dell computer inside of them, although you do have to change the shooter because I think Star Wars is the button press and Revenge for Mars is the plunger. Or it might be.
Oh, they had to do that, huh?
Yeah, well, or it's vice versa. I apologize if I got that one incorrectly. So taking a look over, we're still waiting for Iron Maiden. It looks like we are player 3, ball 3. A ball save just happened.
I'm surprised you can see that far.
Oh, it's just right there on the back. Started the Flight of Icarus mode as well. So
I'll draw what that means. Okay, so you want to hit the ramp and then the ramp.
Hit the ramps back and forth and everything like that. We got other people coming out here. If you look on the standings, let's see here. Laura McCarthy is playing and got first on Black Knight, Sword of Rage. Played against Hannah, who got second, and Susan, who got third. Again, you can find these results at Match Play. But Zach McCarthy, wonderful Colorado player and high-ranking Colorado player, is playing, just supporting his mom, which usually it's sometimes the other way around.
Laura McCarthy may be a strong favorite for this tournament, even though she's probably the 4th best pinball player in the family. They are the Von Trapps of
I like
Colorado pinball.
I like that. Of course, the McCarthys, owners of Blizzard Mountain Pinball in Conifer, Colorado. One of my favorite places to play. I really like playing their
it's a
league
great
up
venue.
there. Yeah, that's where our state tournament was played. Ryan doesn't want to bring up the fact that he took me to 5 games and then beat me pretty handily.
No, wasn't it 6?
No.
Didn't you win? You
No,
won
it was
2.
4-1, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been remembering it differently.
Yeah. Either way, it was a great battle. You're such a great player, and so.
Well, thank you.
I think you've been doing the competitive thing a little bit longer than I have.
I certainly have.
Yeah.
Well, so when did you play? When was your first tournament? Or how long have you been playing regularly? In
So
tournaments
I
and
will
leagues?
always say this, is that I've been playing most of my life. I remember going to the Skaggs drugstore near my house when I was growing up and playing Amazing Spider-Man. I think even Bally's Star Trek was one of the other early games that was in there. I didn't play them in '78. I probably played them closer to '85 or '86 and stuff like that, about when I was 10. I worked at the mall arcade in the Aurora Mall, Fun and Games, for a couple of years in '95 and '96. And they had Adams, Black Knight 2000, RoboCop, Back to the Future, Pool Sharks, and Time Machine there. It seems like there was another one in there as well. I didn't get into this competitiveness until, well, the IFPA says I've been active for 2 years, and that's about right. So looks like we got a thumbs up from the Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Volps, I'm sorry, but the way it is here, all the women are playing games and all the dudes are standing around. So you're not going to see a lot of women behind the mic, right? Unfortunately.
Well, maybe as people move on. I believe the next matches should be coming up here in just a minute. They just
also don't bug us. Get out of here.
Yes, they just got posted because they just the results just got in there.
Yeah, it's on the screen now.
So are we going to move a game? Do I need to move a rig? I think Snow is making a move.
Yeah. Well, if you'd been here earlier, Volps, you would have seen a particularly special lady in your life win a game of Munsters. Maybe you did.
Oh, we do have a roving camera shot. I can see over our producer's shoulder there.
Oh, yes. Oh.
There's the lovely Snow moving the stuff.
She's like, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, so then actually that Monster Bash is sort of like the furthest machine out. I don't know. There's a set of lights that are off, and that Monsters falls outside of it.
Where are we going? This should be, maybe this is making people sick. I don't know.
Oh, I've seen it on other streams. It's normal. The snow cam, as Pepper says, yes.
I like the reflections, too, on the LCD.
On the LCD, the reflections there. Okay, so Batman 66, of course, the lowest model is the premium model. It looks like Lily Martinez, Shania Myers, Gretchen Garcia, and Lisa Buhrmester is going to be playing. And we'll put that into the thing. Command Central, Walt. We're talking on stream right now. And we're already started, so we.
Okay, nice, awesome.
What do we learn?
Let's see. So we're on. Let's see. All right, so that one. Well, we'll get back to that in a moment. All right, so Batman 66 came out a couple years ago. It's this may be the first Stern that they did this way with like just a premium model only.
Yeah, and it was in cooperation with Kapow Pinball. It was also the first LCD screen that they put into a pinball machine. Aerosmith, I think, came right out a few months after that. But yeah, the pricing is similar to Elvira, where the premium is the lowest model, with the special edition or the LE being next and the Super LE being even higher than that. I don't really think there's all that much different in the game. I believe it's just the signature models there. Oh, Paul's bringing up the
There we go. I got it correct. So,
information. Thank
and okay, that's
No,
okay.
no problem.
So so this is Gretchen now stepping up, and what players are going to be trying to do right off the bat is to start one of the main villain modes, and it looks like she's going right after the Joker.
Yep.
Which was hitting this shot a couple times. It's okay, and I'm maybe not going to do that anymore. And so then once you've hit it enough times, the bat phone starts ringing. You can see on the display this.
The Joker
bat
shot,
phone.
you have to hit 3 times in order to qualify the phone. The other shots, you only need 2. And actually, the Catwoman shots are 1 of each ramp.
And so what happened there is she didn't get the bat phone in time. Oh, okay, she did.
No, she did not.
Well,
And then she hit the Joker shot immediately, which then re-qualified the Joker shot, which then turned the hurry up back on.
Okay.
And then unfortunately she drained.
So one more hit there would have started it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's one more telephone shot.
Yeah.
Because you do have to wait for the turntable, and that's a frustration with a lot of players, is that the turntable needs to fully turn around, or you can kind of sneak into the telephone shot and actually hit it, but it's the target's right in front. So the Joker shots are qualified there. The hurry up starts at 1.5 million, starts counting down pretty quick. She fell into the penguin hole, which is right underneath the crane. That qualified 1 shot of it. It would have to do 2 shots. And unfortunately, with this game, the left out lane claimed another victim. So the first ball of all 4 players has been
right. So
done.
this is Lily stepping up there. She short plunged instead of sending the ball up into the pops to get it down to the flippers a little bit faster. Lily is an excellent player from Pueblo. She's only 13 years old, and she's the reason that we had a bunch of dead air there because she was just crushing Iron Maiden in that last round. So thanks, Lily.
Great job. Oh, again, the left out lane. The sling
Wow,
out lane.
Everybody has died with the bat phone hurry up running. It's definitely a little bit confusing as well because you're shooting it while it's lit for Joker, and then once the hurry up starts, it's no longer lit. I mean, the phone is ringing, but there's no lights on the playfield anymore to indicate that you should be shooting the phone.
And again, the frustrating thing with this game is that a lot of information is displayed on the LCD, but it's almost out of your player's view. So, down that middle. I don't think she got that Riddler qualified and actually started. I don't think the bat phone actually see it. I have to see it. Right sling, left out lane. Batman 66 never. Puppy Man, I can't believe he said that. It's like he owns this game and plays it all the time in frustration.
Gretchen looks like she's going back to work on the Joker Joker shots there. She's got it spelled out. Oh, actually, no, here. Now.
Okay, so you can see on the playfield she did start Catwoman. She did actually hit the phone. She collected the hurry up. Now she has to hit 3 ramps each.
So this is what's showing that she's in Catwoman.
Correct.
And she needs to hit each of those 3 times.
And then the left out lane claims another victim. And hopefully we'll get a bunch of bonus. Yeah, 3 million bonus, so it gets a third of her score added to it. So
we need a left out lane counter. Is it 7 right now?
All right, so Lisa comes up to it.
And has Penguin lit. I guess so she can do either Joker or...
Well, so those are ready to go. She qualified the minor villain. That's the TV villain. She goes into Shame and gets a 2-ball multi-ball. In second season Shame, she actually wants to hit the left and right stand-up targets that are strobing. Right now you see the TV target, and that one moves with pop bumper hits. And also the gadget target there, that one moves as well. And unfortunately, left out lane drains that multi-ball, so she's back to single ball play. The Riddler is qualified, but she hasn't started it yet. She now has to hit the bat phone, which she went around the orbit.
And what is this indicating to us right
That's
now?
indicating the purple, that means the Penguin can be the next mode to go, but it's not. She answered the phone by hitting the phone target that starts Riddler. Now that's why Riddler is solid. She needs to go around the orbit, which she did enough to trigger the switch. Now she needs to get the green shots, which are going around there. Pepper says that we're now at 8 out lanes. Thank you for keeping track of that one.
She also does have her locks qualified on the right orbit here.
That's true.
It's a little bit blocked by the crane, but there's 3 inserts there. And so 3 shots to the right orbit will start. What's that multi-ball called?
It's just the main multi-ball.
Okay.
I think some people will say holy multi-ball, but I believe that's the wizard mode that I have never gotten to. So actually does a lot of work there, and gets up to 20 million. With these scores, I mean, you could see high scores on games in the billions, but in tournament and how quickly. Oh, thank you, Peppers, for another count on the
so
outlanes there.
And this is anybody's game right now.
Yeah.
And very achievable scores.
Lighting the playfield multiplier can be very helpful, but you have to get into the minor villain. Right now, that penguin purple shot is blinking, and Joker's now qualified, so the turntable turns and it goes down the center. So finishes up with 11 million. That's Lily, so not going to be able to take first on this one. Again, gets right into this game. All of the blinking shots are qualified shots. Just needs to finish the shot. There's one more Catwoman ramp that she can hit to select Catwoman. It is selecting the major villain that you're going to fight against. So there's the last Joker hit. She goes around an already established Catwoman ramp, so that's not going to start Catwoman. You see the Joker light is lit. Now Penguin is lit because she fell in the Penguin hole. It increases the bat phone hurry up and actually resets it to a higher value. You can hit the Commissioner Gordon target, which is the red arrow flashing just underneath the crane. And that increases the hurry up time and value.
Increased it again.
And she's still not answering the phone and goes out the left out lane.
Oh no!
Nuts. Let's see what the bonus does. Not a whole lot of work done there. So 15 million.
If she could have found the left orbit there, that would have been. So when you have the TV, when you have that TV mode lit there, that blinking white light on the far left orbit, from hitting the 3 TV stand-ups on the right side, that'll start your minor villain modes, which we saw before, but. In a game this close, like that should definitely be a priority because you can, as we saw, start an instant multi-ball if you choose Shame.
Which can be lucrative. Still working on Catwoman shots. One right ramp has been done. Going around the bend for the TV villain. Gets a chance to select the TV villain. It's will timeout. She's got 8-7-6. I don't think she knows what she's doing. She's getting some help there. Shame is being selected as the multi-ball. So with Shame, you have to hit the different colored insert for the ramps. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Shame season 2 of Shame. So this is the right and left stand-up targets again as they're strobing. If you get the mystery, then you would add a ball. But that was a quick drain, and we're back to single ball play. Catwoman's still running. We have all 3 right ramps done. Now she has to do the trickiest shot, I think. And that left ramp,
which is dangerous when you miss like that. It
pulls into the lead. The combo number is high. The multiplier is high. Gets up to 30 million. Not a safe score by any means, but can be a winning score.
Guaranteed at least second here.
Yeah,
so just has to outlast Lisa here. And so what's Lisa's best idea here? Just needs 10 million points.
Already started Riddler, so I would go underneath the Batcave strobing shot right above the car is flashing. That means the 2x playfield can be qualified if you go back in there. She grabbed the ramp. She grabbed the right orbit. She locked the second ball. That's even better.
So one right orbit here. It's pretty much over.
Yeah, she needs to fall into the Penguin scoop to
took a shot
finish the first part of Riddler and then collect the super jackpot. She goes into the mystery hole. Two bonus multiplier. That'll probably get close. I don't know how many combos she's got. Okay, now she got the final Riddler shot for the first part. Then the super jackpot is now lit. That's what you collect, and you can either collect or continue. this game has a really rich risk-reward type of deal where you can increase the collection of
There you go.
There, she can continue. I would collect
Take
because she's going to continue. So now all of her shots for Riddler are going to be 2x. But if she drains, she drains. She gets the first one.
Now,
she lights the rest of the
on a
shots.
different ball, on ball 1 or 2, probably you're not going to take that. You're going to continue.
And the mystery that she just got was $5 million. She probably doesn't have to choose anything here, but just to choose something to get out of it, she's at $32 million. She actually gets the first place on it. So
nice work, Lisa.
Congratulations, Lisa. But yeah, this game has a rich set of rules, but it can be a beast trying to get what you want. Continuing play, she did lock the third ball and gets into the multi-ball. Again, this is hitting all of the shots from left to right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you which shots you've actually collected.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in order to light the super jackpot, you've got to get all of them. Eventually, when you collect all of the shots, the turntable will turn to the bat cave. You go underneath the bat cave like you would for the playfield multiplier. That's your super jackpot. It's worth a ton of points, but you don't know how many of those shots that you still need to get.
Are they still awarding jackpots?
Yes.
The one you've already.
Yeah, you're still getting jackpots and you're still completing. Now the turntable turned. The super jackpot is lit. It looks like she got the ball save, which was from Add-a-Ball.
Which is from the Mystery Award, the left orbit, by completing the in-lanes
Yeah,
and
completing the in-lanes. Completing the in-lanes increases your bonus multiplier as well and lights the mystery. Yeah, and you can change those lanes. So even if you're going out, you can still collect them. So, yeah, this is still rolling. And when she collected the super jackpot, the 2x playfield multiplier was also lit, and this is why she's already up to 121 million. These scores can get kind of nuts, and really great players can, again, get into the billions just by setting up some of the other things. Other shots that are on the playfield, blinking right underneath Batman is a little white X. That's the shot multipliers. Now the shot multipliers just got relit from going into the mystery hole, and the mystery hole allows the next shot that she gets will light the shot multiplier, and if you put it on the right or the correct shot, the next shot could be worth huge. Right now she's got one green ramp. The left ramp is green, and she could go into there and light that one, so she'll collect that Riddler shot as well as multiply it for the rest of the ball. 12 million a shot there. So, again, 12 million was pretty much half the score of the top scorer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this game, more than a lot of others, is really explosive scoring.
Yeah, I mean, for starting off with their LCDs and going forward with doing LCD games, this one has a lot of stuff going on. My understanding, and I didn't play it when it first came out, it wasn't well fleshed out, and it frustrated players, and some of the mechanics weren't all that up to speed. I know the turntable was frustrating because it would catch balls and do things like that, but I really enjoy this game. For a while there, I was calling it my favorite game. I didn't play very much because it's not on location at a lot of places, so. We can look at some of these other scores that we've got for round 2.
Thanks everybody in the chat. Volps, Peppers, Attack, Berg Bookie, all the way from Pittsburgh. I just saw him hanging. He was hanging out in this area last week. This week, actually, we got to play a couple nights, and Attack. If I didn't say hello, it's me, it's you. We're internet friends and real life friends once in a while. So David, fill us in on.
Yeah, so Iron Maiden is finished for the second round with Cassie getting first place, Hannah getting second place, Karen, and then Kim, and then Monster Bash, which is what we were originally going to see. Stephanie gets first, Jenny gets second, Karen gets third, and Summer gets fourth. And also Attack from Mars is finished. That's the remake that they're playing on. Tracy Wetstein gets first. Susan second. Leslie, Cindy with third and Leslie fourth. We're still waiting for Deadpool Premium. This Batman is technically finished.
I'd just like to point out here, guys, that here you are paying for that premium Stern thing, and they can't fit Mr. Freeze Champion onto the LCD when you put in your initials there.
The LSD, huh?
Yeah, the LSD. Sorry, yes. My brain is everywhere, but so yeah, she crushed it there.
Yeah,
good job.
Great game from Lisa. I mean, you saw her bonus was double anybody else's score on that last ball. I find that you can have sort of quick balls on Batman where you never feel comfortable, but then once you get comfortable, you can really just rack up the points and make the shots.
Yeah, and making combos is really big into the game because that really counts into your bonus, doing some of the minor villains as well. Oh, she accidentally hit the start button there with the action button as well, but I think she was looking to try to grab her score.
Do you get an extra point for getting your initials in the game? No, I kid.
That'd be interesting. Some of these new games, you get like reset all the scores, and you get 4 different champion awards on your.
Yeah, I'm always surprised when I don't think I did a really great game, and it'll say, "Hey, enter your initials," and you got the Bat Phone Hurry Up Championship, and it's just like, well, what did I get? 12 million. Okay, sure.
So yeah, we're at Game Exchange for Women's Match Play Tournament, February 15th, 2020. We've got 20-something ladies playing right now. And
23, I think, is what we got.
Yeah,
okay.
Total.
Yep.
And what's up, B Wheels? Thanks for checking in. So we're just each round we're following one group. They're going to play one game, 7-5-3-1 scoring, and those scores keep adding up, the point totals each round, and then the top 4 will be playing in the finals. You can check out the standings. The URL is right there on the screen, matchplay.live/GEX, which stands for Game Exchange-Women's, or you can type !standings without a space in the chat, and it'll bring up the link.
It's interesting that the Munsters is the longest running one this time.
We saw such a short one before.
I think we got some really great players playing on Munsters. Not that any of these ladies are. Yeah.
What's up, yay man? Thanks.
Yeah, we're doing.
Or is it yeah?
We got a lot
of with the H.
A lot of new players. We were trying to pull up some information, and some of these players do not have IFPA rankings, but you get a ranking on IFPA after you compete in your first tournament. And once that information gets submitted, it's just ifpa.com, and you can register yourself, add a picture. Do you have your picture up there?
Of course.
Of course you do.
Do you? Don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine looks pretty much just me going like this, my game face.
Yeah.
All right, we got results from Munsters.
Oh, great.
All right, so it's Danica and then Laura McCarthy and Gina and Tracy, 3rd and 4th. One of the reasons we're running this tournament is just to raise awareness for women's events. It's sort of like a newish thing in the last year or so that IFPA is awarding points for women's events, and so there will be a Colorado Women's State Championship for the 2020 season in January of 2021, and this may be the first event that contributes points, and so we're hoping to see some more events being run throughout the year. There's over probably 150 open events, and so we want to have a handful of women's events too. And a lot of these, we play in tournaments, the 3 of us, and like we were saying, a lot of these names are new, so that just sort of is an example of how a women's only event can draw a different crowd and get more people involved in pinball.
Mm-hmm. Moving over to Star Wars, not my favorite game.
No, well,
and this is the pro model. This isn't the. Sure.
Yeah, this game does get a lot of get some hate, but I don't know. It definitely the rules. It takes a little bit of getting used to what's going on to know how to play this game. Even just to sort of know the concepts, almost feel a little bit obscure. And we'll see this. The plunge is a little bit dangerous. It instead of feeding up top into the pops, it arcs out across the playfield, and you just goes sideways right from the get-go, which is usually the thing you want to avoid in pinball.
I will say this, a terrific theme. And,
Yeah, of course,
you
yeah.
know,
It gets played a ton on location.
yeah, original trilogy, Star Wars, you know, still my favorite. I don't discount any of the other Star Wars movies. But, you know, Luke, Leia, Han, R2-D2, great lineup. Now, knowing what to choose in tournaments, I think, is important, and that's probably something I am
There's
not good
the
at.
plunge that we just saw. So this is Cindy Grote stepping up. She chose TIE Fighters to get the TIE Fighter hurry up. And, yeah, did she flip there? Was there
I thought we
one
got two
flip?
flips, yeah.
2 flips? Okay. Oh, boy.
Okay, so she picked Han, if I saw that quickly.
Yeah, and now we have Lisa, who we just saw blow up Batman. It's going to be player 2. That was a less dangerous plunge for whatever reason. So to start modes in this game, you can choose it off of a skill shot, depending on your character and the ball. But mainly you would qualify modes by shooting the 4 main shots 3 times each. So there's the, let's see, we do this right here. So we got the Death Star, this is 1. We got Endor right here. Hoth is here. And my drawing skills are amazing.
That's all right.
And Tatooine over there.
Another great plunge right to the skill
Each
shot.
one of those, you hit them 3 times, and then they light and qualify the modes for that planet. And you can see right now that the purple is flashing, so Jennifer can start a mode by shooting the Death Star shot. Now, personally, I like to do exactly what she's doing, which is to shoot the left ramp a couple times, which is a far easier shot than the Death Star shot. And so if she's able to hit it one more time, she'll qualify the Endor modes. And then to start modes, you don't actually have to shoot the shot of the planet that you want to play. You just have to shoot any of the qualified planets, and it'll let you select any of the...
And you can stack those there. She gets the Death Star shot.
Oh, she did hit the Death Star, yeah. And
which is easier to hit on the Pro model than the Premium model, which has to go up a silly ramp into the Death Star, and then it gets locked in that way. It's...
Yeah, the reason we're not on the Premium is because when I tested it out, it dropped from the mode start. It just dropped it straight down the middle.
Nuts.
So I was like, forget this. She started a TIE Fighter hurry up, which is really wants her to hit this shot right here. And then when she does that, then you mash the button, which is down here. You don't see it down here on the lockdown.
Yeah, the action button. Have to take your hand off the flipper. Maybe get into a good trap up, and then with your alternate hand, hit as many TIE Fighters as you can. Not quite sure if she knows that aspect of the game other than just shooting ramps.
I mean, there's that, or it's just a dangerous shot to hit, you know? So oftentimes, there we go. So now it's a, rapidly hit the start button. It's the lockdown bar. Actually, we got it over here. So it's this thing right here. And that would have collected some TIE Fighters. When you get to 35, that's a multi-ball.
Yeah,
so
I think she did get the Hyperspace Award, though, because she went up the right ramp and then went into the Death Star pretty quickly as the TIE Fighters were coming up. So I think she collected a pretty sizable point. She's got over 163. That's
right.
That was a terrific start.
That was a pretty efficient ball, for sure. And there's this dangerous plunge we see.
There's the Hyperspace hurry up.
That's right. When you shoot one off the beginning, when you shoot one yellow shot, it lights the Hyperspace hurry up, which is on the Death Star shot, which is that flashing purple and yellow to the left right now. And completing 2 of those starts a multi-ball. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so. I'm unfortunately not that terrific at this game, and I think TIE Fighter multi-ball is my only one, plus the Destroy the Death Star is the only other multi-balls that I'm really efficient at. I do play R2 on this one to keep the shot multipliers, another aspect of the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
so Hannah was in the TIE Fighter mode there as well. We hadn't talked about the shot multipliers, but every time you hit this bank right here, it raises the shot multiplier, which you can see up top, and that applies to any of the shots that have green X's on them. And so Cindy is going for it. So she's hitting the action button right here with her hand.
Yep.
And cradle up. That was nice. It just
nice little tap pass over.
Oh, that is a classic drain, like just dying during trying to collect TIE Fighters. But that was very clever that she switched hands back and forth multiple times.
And that helps you get to the TIE Fighter multi-ball, right?
Yes,
That's what it is?
There's TIE Fighter multi-ball, and that will just start as soon as you get to 35 or perhaps 50 TIE Fighters, depending on the way it's set up. I believe this one is probably 35. You can see how many TIE Fighters you have up on the screen. It's difficult only for the current player, but there's a little two. Elise has 2 TIE Fighters at the moment. So usually, generally on standard settings, you'd have to go through 2 waves of mashing that button as fast as you can. You can get up to about 20.
There's a little bit of glare on our camera, but I am surprised Jenny's stepping up for player number 3, but player number 4 is not that far behind, and I didn't quite see all that much progress getting made on player 4. So I guess I have to look and see which character she chose as well. Oh, rats.
Yeah, there are a lot of dangers. I mean, the ramps are safe on this game. These orbits in either direction can be safe. They can be dangerous. It comes back really quickly. And then there's just a lot of stand-up targets in front of that 3 bank, and then there's a bunch of other ones in between shots.
It's almost like it's a classic Steve Ritchie game where he's just got it lined up. I mean, it's not quite as up front as, say, Black Knight Sword of Rage is, where those shots seem to be way closer to the player. They seem to be further away, but they seem like they come back almost immediately.
And now let's see. Are we able to see who Hannah chose? Okay, yeah. So we can see down here that Hannah chose Luke as her starting character. Who I'm not as familiar with, like the reasons that you would choose Luke.
I don't know either. I usually choose R2-D2 just to keep the shot multipliers wider, longer. And then I've also heard that for a beginner player, Leia is more forgiving with collections and stuff like that. I also think that R2 goes through the Death Star pretty quickly.
And so Cindy has chosen Han, and what she's trying to do with Han is to light the Hoth modes. So you can see that right here there's 3 different lights for Hoth. 2 of them are already solid. That means when you choose Han, you have already completed Hoth 2 and 3. So there's only 1 left. And completing all 3 gets you to a multi-ball. So Cindy shot Hoth 3 times, lit it, got into Hoth 1 mode, which happens to be a video mode. And so when she comes out of this, she's going to have all 3 complete and just needs to lock a ball, and then multi-ball will be ready. So this Han strategy is pretty clever. Choose Han. You only have to shoot the Hoth shot 4 times, and you get to play a multi-ball. And you also get a video mode, which is free points for which you can't die. So now Cindy really is prioritizing. Actually, no, she doesn't have to make shot again. So she's just in multi-ball. And the reason is because she's completed all 3 Hoth modes, 2 of which came for free by choosing Han, and the other one, which was a video mode, which she just played.
Yeah, there's definitely a strategy, and rules knowledge is pretty important when it comes to games like this. Being able to step up to a game, realize that there's not a penalty for choosing one player over another. There's not a lockout where everybody could choose Han if they wanted to. It's not like the newest Pirates of the Caribbean from Jersey Jack, where you only get one person can choose one character.
Right,
so.
And this happened so too fast to commentate here, but when you play one of these multi-balls, if you spell force, you hit the 5 force targets. It doesn't even have to be all 5 different ones, but just 5 in total. It lights the action button, which turns orange, and then if you hold that down for 2 seconds, it gives you an add ball. And so Cindy was able to do that just as she was draining out her second ball, and it gave her an add ball and revived the original balls. So that was a really smart play, and she's in the lead now with 260 million.
Yeah, it's not. None of those scores are necessarily out of reach, but there are ways that if you don't get the great bounces, or if you go to the immediate drains, sometimes you can be in jail going into ball 3.
And what she's done now is Han also gives you 1 and 2 of Endor complete, and you just need 3. So she lit Endor, started Endor 3, and if this mode is a few shots to complete this mode. She's looking for the green shots, not the ones with the X's, but the other ones. So if she's able to complete this, she'll have another multi-ball ready.
So this is ball 3 of player 1. All of the games are still underway. We don't have any results, but you can check them out at matchplay.live. You follow that link that's at the top of the screen. Wow.
I don't know if you caught that, but that drained so hard out the right out lane that it bounced off the apron, and it came to right here where you couldn't flip it and then drained.
Well, 105
massive
million
bonus.
Yeah, massive bonus. So it pulls way out. Again, you get the option to select different skill shots, as it were, and that can complete more progress on the way, lighting more planets, killing off TIE fighters.
And it's worth, I mean, in any game, you know, it's worth understanding that what's going to happen when you plunge. Same thing here. So Jedi training was just chosen as a skill shot. Maybe not the first thing I would choose.
Yeah, it seems like she stepped up and just plunged rather than really kind of looking that over. But
and one of the things you can choose up there is light mode, so you won't have to even qualify modes; they'll be lit for you.
Ooh, flipper fumble there.
You can also choose light escape, which lights the right out lane for like a virtual ball save, or actually on the premium it diverts into the shooter lane. So there's some nice stuff in there.
So Jenny is guaranteed third. We have Hannah, who's up now, selecting a Death Star mode.
Yeah, Hannah. So Hannah basically needs to double her score here to win this one. So this mode, this is a good one to know because if you choose R2D2, it's the only one you need to finish to get to a multi-ball. And so it's there's just 4 purple shots. That's all it takes to finish. But Hannah is not able to do it, and Cindy gets the win.
And that's interesting, again, because Cindy had not great ball 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And
perhaps not her fault. She was just getting plunged.
Jenny steps up to the game by accident and restarts the thing. I think we're going to have to probably
go to the tape.
Go to the tape. I think actually we could probably enter the results here.
Maybe Snow will come over and we'll have to get involved.
Yeah.
But it was, let's see. That's true. You could, oh, they got it.
Oh, they sure did.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Good for them.
So on the left, we got, let's see. Oh, sorry. yeah, all right, fine. We got old, well, no, now we're back to us. No.
Yeah, head back to there. We could talk this over. I mean, I like these angry faces.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the eyebrows and the hair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what happens when you get punched in the face?
This is Colorado Pinball Collective's coverage of women's match play here at Game Exchange. My name is Dave Johnson.
My name is Ryan Wanger. And
we
we got
have
Paul over our shoulder in the booth, waving in silence.
Of course, Paul and his wife, the real people involved in the Colorado Pinball Collective. I'm glad to be able to help out and do a little bit of commentating.
If you've ever wanted to see a married couple drink late at night and play pinball, then
and
Colorado
play pinball really well as well.
That's true. That is true.
So
yeah, put up massive scores.
Massive scores.
Or maybe you're just interested in watching their dog.
And also swear, if you're interested in that. That happens occasionally.
It's not gratuitous.
No.
It's deserved.
And if you also want to catch Ryan streams occasionally.
It's true.
Ramping
up a little bit.
Not a set schedule. Usually Colorado Pinball Collective is Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time or 8 p.m. on Fridays. Ryan, you just like to stream when you get a chance.
Yeah, it's just, when my better half goes to bed, I'll sometimes go down there and play some pinball. Although, oftentimes I'm out playing leagues and stuff too, so it doesn't end up happening. I haven't really tried to brave the waters of like a midday weekday stream. I don't know if there's a demand for that, but...
Yeah, I was thinking about, buying the equipment to maybe get into it myself, because I got the 4 machines in my basement.
Yeah, for me, it's like, well, I'm going to play pinball in my basement, and why not have some company? And so people will watch and join the chat, and it's
Paul's
Yeah,
got something
it's
to
fun.
say.
I do have something to say.
What's up?
So Snows wants to switch out with one of you guys, so I don't know
Okay.
who wants to go.
I was going to tag.
All right.
I'm for the tag either way.
Sure.
Unless Ryan.
All right.
you
No,
need a
no,
break.
that's fine.
Okay.
I think you know more about what your next role is going to be.
Let's get Pez to move the rig too. Can
Sure.
you do that? So,
All right. Well,
so we're learning
yes.
as well as broadcasting.
Yes.
So.
This is actually. I think it's going pretty well. Thanks to everybody joining in the chat, and I will see you guys later. And thanks, Ryan.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you.
Paul.
And then let me get here to our standings. So here you can see
Nice. So we got 2 players that have won all 3 of their matches, followed closely by I lost it there, but Stephanie and Danica are in first. Laura McCarthy and Cassie right on their heels, and Tracy nipping at those heels.
I like how this thing over here doesn't really give the full story, even though it says, "Oh, you're 0-3," but you still are like totally like crushing it because of.
Now, what does that ties column mean? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Maybe that has something to do with like in the end, if we have the same amount of points that this.
Oh, number of first places and then number of
Right.
second places.
Something like that.
That's probably what it is.
Well, I guess we could find out. So here's 2-1. Let's see what she's got. First, second. So yep. So
Nice.
we're guessing that.
So yeah, another besides just promoting women's events, another reason for this stream is to do a dry run of streaming coverage for the IFPA Nationals
That's
event,
right.
which will be held here at Game Exchange the first weekend of March. I mean, I guess it's not even a weekend; it's the first Thursday.
Yeah, so the Nationals is like all day Thursday,
Mhm.
and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be the
Pinmasters.
20th annual. I don't even know how many times they've done it, but yeah, the Pinmasters tournament, which is pin golf with I think there's like 140 people or something this time, and we're actually doing 18 holes. Traditionally, it's been the same 9 games, but we're actually going to do 18 different games. So
Yeah, you play 9 one day, then you come back the next day, play another 9,
That's
and
right.
then hopefully make the finals.
yeah, it'll be quite.
You're not? Are you playing in that?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to be in this
You're gonna be
chair
stuck
for
there.
like 3 days. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I will be able to play. So I'll probably be playing and then contributing to the stream the other half of the time I'm not playing.
Have you done it before, the Pinmasters?
Yeah, actually I did. I played in Vegas last year,
Last year.
and games were set up pretty mean.
Oh,
Pretty mean.
well, when you have such great players, you got to do something. So we're waiting on Monster Bash here.
And this is, let's see. So this is we're concluding round 3 here. Although
right.
we don't have a set number of rounds in mind. It's just going to be 3 hours. Is there a particular cutoff time? There is. I think it's probably.
JJ probably wants us out of here
4?
by like 5 or something.
I'm not quite sure what time we started, so. So yeah, we're surrounded by. When you're a distributor, it's a lot of new storms. But there's Monahari, we got a Black Knight, Spider-Man, Pirates of the Caribbean, WrestleMania. Not all of these are included in the bank right now. Star Wars Episode 1, Wheel of Fortune, Walking Dead, a couple Iron Maidens.
Lots of pool tables.
That's right. No, I'm not. 2. I don't like when couple means 2.
Okay.
Couple should mean like
A
few.
handful.
It means just like not 1 and not 10. It's just a small number. No?
Okay. Sure.
Are you a couple means 2 guy?
I think that makes the most sense.
Why not just
So-
say 2 or a pair?
Well, there's 3 up here and 2 over there, so there's technically 5 in our vicinity. But some bubble hockey. If you guys looking to get a new bubble hockey table, please contact JJ here at the Game Exchange. They've been in this biz forever,
Have you-
like 30
Yeah,
years.
a long time. Yeah, I mean, JJ took over from his father, right?
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I can see Cindy over there listening to the stream. Actually,
Uh-oh.
I wonder if she heard all of the glowing things we said about her dominant game of Star Wars.
She did just crush that Star Wars, I have to say.
Yeah. And I imagine the stream's probably on a little bit of a delay, so we'll see. We'll see her looking over as she catches up.
But to go back to what you guys were saying about the modern games, they're just like it's very easy to get a one-ball game going. I mean, the other things helped her get to that point, but man, you get that. You can just take that one ball and get all the points. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people will say that about anything, right? It's a one-ball game means like I've had 2 balls and now is my chance. But
right.
But there's, I mean, sure, I guess you could say Matahari is a one-ball game, but not. I mean, you can't just blow it like. The score you get is sort of based on how long you played, whereas these more, what we were just seeing on
right, it's
Star
more
Wars and what was the other?
We did Batman.
Batman, right. Sorry, Batman is the ultimate. Both of those games, very explosive scoring.
Oh, Pez is moving the rig as we speak. I think we finished the round here, and we will be having a new person on the mic here. All right, let's go to the standings real quick here.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we welcome and encourage any participation in the chat that is relevant to the content being displayed on screen.
All right, so there's the standings.
Oh, is that what YAMAN stands for? Yesterday's entertainment available?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Welcome to the stream, Snow Galvin. Thank you so much for organizing this event.
Of course. Thank you so much for volunteering.
Of course. Maybe you want to give a little...
I do want to recap what just happened on Star Wars. So super funny thing. The action button on that game, I just disabled it from the tournament.
Sorry, I thought I had done that, but...
No. You didn't note the color, did you? It is opaque white. So you could not tell if it was flashing.
Ah, okay.
So that was just pointed out to me, which is a lot of fun. So we're back on Munsters. I wanted to choose a game where we hadn't featured these players yet.
And who do we have playing on Munsters here?
So up first,
So yeah, for Munsters, as we were saying before, things that generally players will do right off the bat is go for Herman, which is we just saw a shot right there to this guy.
Oh.
Yep, sorry. And so we got 3 flashing greens. That means the next one is going to begin the hurry up, and then the next one I think will hold the ball.
She's going downstairs.
Yeah, whenever the scoop is lit there, purple on the premium, you can go down to the lower playfield and use the other set of flippers, which is always a little bit like I have to remind myself when they're not flipping that there's another pair of flippers there.
And you can get the mystery, only once a game? Is that true? And it's only downstairs on a premium?
I'm not sure about that, actually.
Okay. I think it is. So unless chat corrects me.
So she completed the first set there, which it always ends with that shot right up the middle, and now the shots become more valuable, and so she's trying to hit the blue ones. Green one will add time, and you can see in the center there 3 seconds, 2, 1. That's the countdown until when this is going to end, and then it kills the flippers. It's going to spit the ball out of the scoop from back up top. And now we're playing on the main playing field.
Boom.
Oh, that was a nice shot to
yeah.
the right ramp there. There's also now like a teal flashing shot to the right of those Herman Munster shots, and that's going to start increasing your playfield multiplier.
That was an impressive ramp reject to right out lane.
It's. I mean, I've played tens of thousands of games of pinball, and I still once in a while, something happens, and I'm just
that's some
how
crazy
does that
geometry.
happen? Yeah, I thought I'd seen it all. And so this game, I did add a little bit of a ball saver.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Well, the rest of the games all had them, and it's a little bit. This is the first game that Stern has done, I think, with just no.
How much
default ball save.
involvement do you think the Sharps had with that?
I don't know. We're watching Karen Ellis right now. Oh, that was a beautiful little save on the right out lane there. Gave it a nudge. She's from Fort Collins. Helps run Pinball Jones arcades.
Yep, got 2 locations up there. Lady operator, gotta love that.
And she started the Herman hurry up, so now she's got to hit that ball to free it, and we'll start a multi-ball, just like that. And we'll get a third ball, and now her objective is to hit
And
these.
brought in Lily.
Yeah, hit the white shots, and then Lily, which is the stand-up targets on the right side. That's a common stack that players will do. Start Herman, and then bring in Lily, because it's dangerous shots, and you can shoot them while the ball saver's going. And it's a switch-based sort of frenzy scoring, so having that going during multi-ball is extra valuable. Now, I only just learned this, but each mode you complete sort of lights a Raven shot for you for the Raven mode later on. So to start that mode, you need to start 3 other modes. So she's off to a good start there, because she's got Herman right here and Lily right there, and those are 2 of the 5 modes that get you to Munster Madness.
So to clarify what you just said, so you play 3 other monster modes, and that will get you all 3 locks for Raven multi-ball. But the better, maybe I misunderstood this part, the better you perform in a Herman, the more lucrative Raven? Is that? No?
Oh, I don't know.
Were you making 2 points or no?
No, I didn't mean to say that.
Okay. All right. So then you were just talking about the monster modes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is right into this is, I think, a super skill shot right into the scoop, which takes you right down into Grandpa's basement. Can you if you complete this, will you get credit for the for completing?
Yeah.
Grandpa?
So Grandpa will light if you start that multi-ball. So when she drains out of this, she should have the Grandpa light.
So basically, by completing those first 2 stages.
Yeah, exactly.
Some funny little things happen down there with the balls, because it ejects when you drain a ball. It ejects out of the space between the flippers, and balls can collide. You can be in the mid flip and shoots it right into the bottom of your flipper. So sometimes things can go nicely, but sometimes you can get off sequence. And so there now she's.
Especially if you're cradled, and you have one flipper up, that can interfere with the ball eject.
Totally.
And then it just goes right back down.
Oh man, tough drain. As a really common way to drain off this game is the 2 stand-ups on either side of this ramp, and missing that left ramp can be dangerous. So this is Shania. Is that?
She looks confused. I will say that Shania is a brand new player, so so I enjoyed her brand new player moment just then.
Wasn't sure if there was going to be a ball save, and there does happen to be a ball save. And now she's got Herman's ready here with the 3, and Grandpa's ready. So yeah, it's this game has a shallower rule set than a lot of modern Sterns, and so you do see it's pretty common that people go right after Herman to start, and then go right into Lily, and then take things from there. So okay, so everybody's played ball 1, and Karen's got a healthy lead, and Allysha's going to step up for her ball 2 now. Do you got any color about Allysha? Do you know?
Yeah, so she is the proprietor of Bite Me Cake Company down in Pueblo. So she is part of the big Pueblo crew that cruised up here. I just learned from AJ that they've actually been running women's events down there. However, they didn't know about women's Whoppers, which is the point of running this tournament, to better inform the Colorado player base. Hi, good to see you, Pinsomniac. It's so yeah, she they host a bi-monthly tournament at her bakery.
And they have games there.
Yeah, they have games. AJ is the operator, and they.
How many bakeries out there in the world have pinball machines?
Right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
And how many are called Bite Me? So we're back to Karen here.
So probably you could Google Bite Me Pinball.
Yeah, that's
And you'd end up in the right place. That's nice. The mystery down below, Lit Kitty, which is
that is nice.
which is a playfield multiplier, which we can point out when she exits the lower playfield. This ends up looking pretty cool on the stream. When you're in the lower playfield, like because you can't even see. It's so dark.
It actually makes.
Nice.
I think it is so much more like helpful if you're unfamiliar with the game, because the inserts are so clearly, like, the color coordination is so nice on it.
I mean, I thought the black and white was a cool idea. I was a little skeptical, but then seeing it where they have some green GI, and then with how colorful the inserts are,
I think it's gorgeous.
Like Centaur looks great too as a black and white game, but all the inserts are white, basically, white and red, and so this game having all of these touches of colors is really nice.
Exactly. So Cassie Begay here, player 3, she is currently tied for 3rd in the overall standings.
Nice.
So
Yeah, she's been doing well. She's got two firsts and a second. She came to my press play, my monthly tournament at press play last week for the first time. So that was cool to have her come up from Denver. And
the tilt on there pretty tight. Ryan, you did the game test. I mean, so it's got a tilt?
Yeah, so
Did you look at
this? I didn't. I probably neglected to test the tilt specifically. I just kind of played normally, and I didn't notice anything being too crazy. But we did see in the first game somebody tilted during multi-ball accidentally, and so it may be that this game is a little bit tight.
Well, at least it's installed. They're not always installed from the distributor.
If it's and if it's tight, any of the games you see today, I think if they look tight, it's not necessarily intentional. It's just
limited time.
That's right. Yeah, I had to run through everything really quick, and in some cases, I had multiple choices of there were 2 different Munsters, so I wanted to see which one was better.
Yep.
And the answer was this one.
Yeah, Ryan went through and played 3 monster bashes and selected one, and 2 maidens and picked one, and 2 Deadpools and picked one.
We just saw Shania figuring out that the lower flippers are a thing. And I find this last part, you got to hit it right up the middle.
It's hard.
So hard. I don't understand why. It's maybe just the way those mini flippers are and how steep they are. It's just very difficult to shoot right up the middle for some reason.
And I feel like how light the ball is, because it can bounce around on the flippers, it can sometimes kind of screw with the geometry a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like bouncing it up and then like hitting the ball while it's in the air. Kind of like when you're pitching a baseball to yourself to take a swing,
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the flippers are much longer relative to the size of the ball than the main flippers. So it's just the time, everything's it's different. It's fun learning how to like flip down there, and you can do normal, pinball skills.
Backhanding is super useful for sure.
Mm-hmm. And so now this is Allysha's last ball.
That was a rough one.
She's in second for the moment.
It requires so much patience once you have the ball like hovering and bouncing around in that in-out lane situation. So much patience is required. I don't blame her. She didn't have time for that. Bite me.
Yeah. And so Karen has like a kind of a nice lead. She's probably going to be working on ramps here. So the easiest mode for her to start probably, or the safest, would be spot, which is
safest
ramps. Well, it's to start anyway. Because she hasn't qualified Raven yet, and then Grandpa involves hitting the stand-ups, and we're not going to find out what she was going to do next.
Yeah, that's rough. You could always go for spot and then qualify Grandpa in the process.
That's true. Yeah, I know it's weird. Yeah, start spot, but then you wouldn't want to play spot because playing it is dangerous, but starting it is safe because
and
it's just ramps.
And then having to time it out, is it's just a. Spot's part of the strategy. Like, how do you handle it? Yeah,
Cassie's coming up a little bit short of second place here. That was close. So, yeah, we were trying to figure this out before. When you need 2 or 3 million and you're not close on Herman, what's the play here? I mean, I guess, go go into the scoop, go play down below because that's safe. You can't lose the ball down there, and it's just free points.
Yeah, if you've got Grandpa available, that's I think a great way. You could shoot ramps, go for Maryland. Try to light your super jackpot.
How does that work?
So Maryland is not to take away from what Shania's doing, but Maryland is like a yellow rollover on the in-lanes. Your in-lanes will light up. If they're orange, that's Eddie, and that's the orbits, kind of like Wolfman. And then the ramps are Maryland. And so you can get a super jackpot for Maryland. You're collecting her boyfriends. And, which I think is fun. Or Eddie, you can also get a super jackpot for Eddie. They're not required for Monster Madness, but they're good for qualifying Kitty playfield multipliers.
Okay.
They're good for building up your super jackpot. And if you just need a few points. So like right there, that lights the orbit for Eddie.
Okay.
And so what's so nice is the color coordination. You see the in lane there. The inner left in lane was lit yellow for Maryland.
Oh.
And then you would
I
shoot the
learned
right
something
ramp.
new.
Yeah. Get her boyfriend.
All right, well, Shania was not able to catch up, so it looks like Karen's winning this one. Allysha's taking second, Cassie in third, and Shania bringing up the rear. We're the standings you can see by typing in ! standings, and if you've been watching the chat, then there's some links already in there. Click on them, see where people. So right now, if you're looking at match play, there's some color coordination next to the players' names, to the left of their names, and that signifies whether they're actively playing or not. Laura McCarthy is in first right now with 24 points. She doesn't. There's no dot next to her name because her score has been entered, and so both the players in second place do not have their result from this round yet entered, so they're probably going to jump ahead.
Okay. I lost connection on the standings computer that I was looking at.
Sorry,
so
we got it up here too. On the
look
screen.
at you. Gosh, who does this stream?
So where people in chat, where are you watching from today?
Pinsomniacs up north. You cheering on Karen? Karen's here. Fort Collins is being represented.
Yeah, that's right. We did have Berg Bookie in here earlier, so that's the furthest away I've noticed so far. Oh, Harry, there you go.
International audience.
Ontario, awesome. Seattle, okay.
We love our Canadians here at
We
the
sure do.
Colorado Pinball Collective.
Everybody loves Canadians, don't they?
You got to have a toque. That's what we learned from Canada.
A toque?
A toque. That's your like skull cap, your beanie.
How do you spell that?
Touque.
I think it's Toque.
Oh, is that what it is?
Toque, and it's
There we
pronounced toque. Okay.
I think it's French or
Yep.
something.
Oh, right. Yeah, I should have corrected. Yeah, Pinsomniac. Closer to Boulder now.
Oh, I didn't know you moved.
And there's the famous Pupperman hat.
That's right. Toque.
Oh, it's on his head, too. I mean, it's like...
With
it's just,
your headphones.
It's just such a part of him
under
that
it.
I don't even notice that it's there. It's like I just see right through it.
Well, Mr. I'm wearing a Comet Pinball hoodie. Let's talk about brand awareness.
That's right. Yeah, I have more straightforward branding than the America hat. Is that what you call it? What does it have a name?
Yeah, just America hat. I don't know. Tim. No.
Stars.
It's so we got 24 players total. We did have one person drop out naturally on the game that I selected to start us off. So I just sort of had to just bump a player up, and she went third instead of fourth instead. I think she didn't realize how long the tournament would be. And that's always like one of the struggles, especially knowing that there's going to be a lot of newer players here. Finding a time that isn't too long, but also gives you like a good amount of pinball
Yeah, because just coming and playing 2 or 3 games isn't necessarily, a great experience if things don't go
Right.
your way. And
Yeah, exactly. And so,
Who's putting in the Munster scores?
Dave's on scores.
Because the round is done if we get those in.
He's on it.
And when you sat down, you were talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
What happened on Star Wars?
So on Star Wars, it was pointed out to me that the action button, which is critical for knowing if you have an add-a-ball, for moving your multiplier, is it on, is it off, if you're not looking at the inserts, or if there's just the one and you have your shot multiplier up so high and you only have the one shot lit and it's behind the spinner, and so you don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Did I? Oh, I'm not competing. Sorry, we have someone off mic asking questions. JJ's here.
Oh, you're not competing?
No, I was just running it, not
Yeah.
competing.
Okay.
So, good.
Start next round.
All right, yeah. Start the next round and then mark the players. Sorry, chat. You're hearing how this works.
Seeing how the sausage is made right now.
That's right. And then mark the games and the players. So the purpose of this tournament is to expose all of the players, the ladies in Colorado, to the changes that are coming to women's competitive pinball. A lot of them just learned that women's whoppers were a thing. I just learned that a couple locations were running women's tournaments and then not submitting because they didn't know that you could get whoppers for it. Colorado is going to be hosting a women's state championship, so that's qualifying. It's going to be top 16 women in each state. It's 8 from the open and 8 from women's only events, so it's super important that the ladies can get their whoppers for playing. And so
Whoppers, of course, stand for World Pinball Player Ranking Points.
Points.
So you're going to make a
Right.
executive decision where we send the rig, or what do you think?
So that's going to be on Dave.
Oh, all
Dave's
right. We'll see
gonna-
what Pez chooses.
Yep,
Oh, here it goes.
He knows what he's doing.
he does.
All right.
He's a
I'll
man
shut
with a
up then.
plan and also my notebook with some notes.
Looks like some Stranger Things.
But on Star Wars, instead of a clear action button, it has a white flipper button installed. So it doesn't tell you if your multipliers are on or off, and it doesn't blink.
Oh.
You can't see it blinking. You can't see colors on it. And so I wouldn't have noticed
Who
either.
chose this game?
I would.
I was saying the reason that I chose, there's another Star Wars over there, but I played at the premium, had the ball lock up the Death Star ramp for
Yeah.
mode select, and then just dropped it straight down the middle and the ball. So
Yep.
I moved to the other one.
Yep. Classic Star Wars.
Not realizing.
Freedom costs $1 go fast.
I would have told him to push it up a little more. Oh, you guys can't even see it since they're already playing.
That's
Well-
okay. So yeah, this is we were at Stranger Things, which is the newest game to be released. This is the premium version, which I flipped a few times just before this, but I hadn't seen it before. So it's got this cool projector, and we're gonna bring up the list of players here in a second. Yeah. So this game, this is all right. Well, we're just going to talk about what's getting played here. But there's some stuff, some very tempting things to shoot right up the middle, and those can be very dangerous. And she's just completed one set. A second set will lower this ramp down, and then you can fight the Demogorgon. She's down to just one target left. You can see the blinking. There you go. Now we've got the red arrow up the middle, so shooting up there is going to lower the ramp and we'll be able to fight the Demogorgon, which the progress will carry over. Yeah. Progress will carry over in the second ball. This is Cindy Grote being featured again.
There you go. You got your
It only took me
players.
like 2 years to
I don't think so. I don't know.
Can you guys hear us? Lost the audio.
Yeah, through the chat.
Mike is back now. All right.
Oh, I muted 2 instead of 1. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
I'm gone.
I muted Ryan.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm back. We got Shannon Stein playing right now. She is somebody who I think should be out playing more tournaments and stuff. She did play in my league a few years ago, and is a good player who knows what she's doing, and so it's good to see her out here for this event. Back up to Shania. It's also possible that I'm saying some names wrong because some of these players are unfamiliar to me until today. So this game, you got sort of 4 main shots: the right ramp, left ramp, both of the orbits. This is Brian Eddy is the designer here, and this is his first game back after a 25-year game design hiatus that ended with Attack from Mars and Medieval Madness, 2 of the more beloved games of all time. So this is kind of a familiar layout for people who are used to those games. All right, so Lizett started the Demogorgon bust out, and you can see this thing folds down, turns into a ramp, and now there's want to shoot it up there and get it in Demogorgon's mouth, ideally.
Oh, he took a hit.
There's brand new code that just came out this week that gave the Demogorgon a health bar, which you can see on the LCD over here to the left. There's this big yellow bar, and every time you miss the mouth and hit him, the
Health bar moves.
health bar, yeah, goes down. And so you get less points that way, but these games are very finicky in terms of like how they're set up and whether you can even hope to shoot it in the mouth. So it's a great change by Stern that now you can, even if you can't get it in the mouth, you can still defeat it, and you're making progress whenever you're going up the ramp and hitting the Demogorgon. So Cindy's hoping to avoid that very bizarre drain that befell her last time. You notice when the ball comes out of the orbit here, it just clips off the sling in a way that is scary, but it doesn't necessarily kill you. One of the main features of this game is the multi-ball, which is on the left ramp. There's 2 lock targets here. Cindy has hit them both already, which is why the green triangle is lit there for a lock. So 3 shots up the left ramp. It's going to be her 3 ball locks. And, oh, that was almost that same thing again. And this being the premium, there's sort of a little diverter up at the top of the ramp that lifts and sticks the ball to the back panel up there, which is kind of a cool effect. But Cindy has brought out the Demogorgon, and now, it's probably just going after the locks.
Just going for saucers.
Yeah. Either way is a good plan. Ooh.
What?
So yeah, you can get all kinds of returns here. It can bounce off
Closer?
the mouth and come straight back down. It can go through and come out this way. I think it can even like go through and come out to the left as well. You never quite know what you're gonna get. So we'll see when Cindy comes back for her last ball if she continues to be distracted by the Demogorgon or goes for the locks. The locks for multi-ball is definitely a more valuable strategy, but I personally find it hard to just resist the mouth of the Demogorgon. Have you played this game much now?
I have a little bit of time on it. I have the broad strokes, and I have not had time to play the premium yet. So.
Okay. Yeah. The thing that we haven't talked about so far in strategy is you have these 4 different lanes, and each one of them has 3 inserts. So hitting any one of these shots 3 times is going to start a mode, and the mode is based on whichever thing is lit here, depending on which side you're on. And that changes with pop bumper hits. So the modes are not super valuable. Definitely, I think the strategy for now, the safe strategy, is to just go for that multi-ball.
What is nice about the game is that it does give newer players something to go after.
Yeah.
And that is definitely interesting. How is this, where I can get confused, how is the Demogorgon different than, like, sometimes he would just start without you have actually hitting the center targets. Does that make sense?
That doesn't make sense. There is also there's a demo dog mode.
Maybe that's
that
what it is.
there's 7 stand-ups and hitting. There's 2 in here and over here. So when you hit all 7 of those, there's a mode that starts in that. That's a actually it doesn't bring down the. It doesn't bring down
No,
the thing.
it starts a series of hurry-ups
Yep.
at those targets.
Yep,
Is that
exactly.
what it is? Is spelling demi-dog?
Yep. And that's a kind of a thing. Is like you're not really going to go for that intentionally, but it's probably going to happen. You know, if you.
Or possibly the upside down. I think it's the upside down.
So
That's the hurry-up.
So we haven't even seen the upside down. So there's also a hurry up which starts. I think what it is there's a particular shot on the playfield that's chosen randomly, and when that shot is hit, it starts.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, it starts a hurry up at the center, and they start at 7.5 million per shot. And
Well, I thought it was one hurry up. It starts at 7.5, and then you cash in at whatever, but it still keeps going down.
yeah, it starts at 7 and it just goes down, and
And
it's
so it becomes less and less valuable. It's kind of
exactly. So
odd.
if you can hit all 4 right off the bat, you get 30 million. But if once it's been 5 or 10 seconds, it's not worth shooting anymore. And there's no bonus for completion of them, as far as I can tell. So.
Steve in chat, thank you so much for the clarification. In tournament mode, he thinks it's switch base,
Interesting.
which makes sense because when I encountered it, my fellow player had said, and it was very new game at the time, I think it's like X amount of shots or something.
Right.
Like it didn't seem to be a planned thing.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm almost tempted to believe that it's after a certain number of shots, then it becomes a particular shot. Because I think in my league, I've seen that it seems like it starts from the same shot, but from multiple players will start it on the same exact shot. And there was the upside down, and it's over.
That's what I was talking about.
So this game, they just announced that so there's UV ink on the playfield, and they're coming out with a UV lighting kit that's going to put some lights on the ramps here, and some UV plastics, and a different apron, and so you can kind of like enhance the functionality of your game, which is a pretty interesting thing that Stern has done. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so Cindy, this is ball 3, and Cindy is she's definitely guaranteed at least 3rd place here, but actually now she's at least guaranteed 2nd. She's moved into the lead. I think I would love to see her. Okay, so now upside down, I would just bash those targets.
Yeah.
They're super dangerous. But
Especially
there you
right
go.
off the first one, it's like 7 point. Wait, yep.
Look at her. I mean, check that out. 30 million basically
it's scary,
in
but
seconds.
she's not afraid. She goes right in.
Yeah, so if you're playing this game in a low scoring affair, that upside down is money. If people are in the hundreds of millions, then you're really playing with fire.
Might want to start a mode.
Yeah. All right, great. This is your 2nd ball lock. So one more shot up the left ramp, and modes are valuable, but she actually, since she's made so one more up here would have started her mode and the multi-ball at the same time, which would have been a nice stack. But she's probably feeling pretty comfortable with this score. And so Shannon, let's see. Shannon's going to just move out of last place, just plunging the ball here, basically. Oh, and picked up the skill shot, which is nice. There's a skill shot on the targets, those 4 targets. It roves. There's also a skill shot into the side scoop over here.
What happens if you plunge into mystery? Everyone seems to say you're not really supposed to, but I do it frequently.
Yeah, no, and she's going to come up just a little bit short. Oh, one more shot.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Would have taken 2nd place.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Cindy with the win. That was Shania in 2nd, Shannon 3rd. Lizett.
What I do like is how they do the bonus, the different features that go in. And I also really like the animations of how it's elucidating like what it is that went into your bonus.
Yeah, the bonus can be really powerful in this game. It's I believe that you get, if you complete a mode, then those mode points go into bonus, and also combos. Every combo adds perhaps 1 million to bonus, I think is what I just read in the
Whoa.
notes for the new code.
My.
And then completing the in lanes and out lanes every other time increases your bonus X. So it's possible that after you've had a long ball with some combos and some mode shots, that it may be worth going left orbit and all day and just checking up your bonus. I don't know if there's a maximum or not, but
Here we got an updated on the standings too.
yeah.
Fantastic. I love
Here,
it.
I'll address that in a second. Lord of the Rings Breath asks about how crowded it will be for Nationals and Pinmasters. It'll be pretty crowded, although...
That's a very different footprint than we're going to have for Nationals,
okay.
actually.
Well, let's just say there's going to be a lot of people here, but this space is massive compared to where it's been held the last few years in Las Vegas. So
Was yours at the Flipper Spiel or?
so I didn't play it when it was at Flipperspiel, although I have been there, and that's a pretty small space. And then the place where it was last year was oh right, no, Flippersfield moved. That's right. And it was still at Flippersfield, which is like sort of actually part of a comic book store now or something.
Okay.
But you were, I mean, when you weren't playing, you were like standing with your arms at your side, turning sideways.
Way more room
and
than
like
that, yeah.
people are packed in. So
specifically, I can tell you 700 square feet is how much space is allotted for those who are not actively involved in a game. There is also built into that, since I did the floor plan, going to be a player space of 5 feet dedicated just to those who are playing to the game. It's going to be featured a horseshoe, right? So all 18 games are going to be in a horseshoe. And so there's going to be ample room. It's going to be really lovely. We also will have round tables and chairs over in a separate area for you to hang out, for you to eat, especially important on like nationals and the first day of play. So we'll have a projector screen set up. We're going to have Scorebit here. We'll have the stream going. So we try to copy Carl as much as possible.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said it as regard. I mean, I guess what I meant is there's going to be a lot of players here, and there's enough space here that they increased the size of the field over the past years. So
and there's a full 18 holes with 18 unique games, which is different than it's not 9 twice. At any given time, the most players we're going to have are 78 players playing at once. So. Yeah, you're gonna feel really good about this space. And then, of course, with all of the additional side tournaments that are going to be going on in town, the only thing, Game Exchange is a really wonderful venue, and they go above and beyond with providing us with whatever we need. They're very generous. Paul and I have bought games from Game Exchange. They're also like a great distributor. Not like the most happening location. It's just very industrial. But with technology and Uber Eats, you can eat. We will definitely be.
Wasn't there some food truck talk?
Well, originally we had talked about food trucks, but food trucks kind of suck. They suck. It's greasy. It's gross. And with Uber Eats and with the fact that you can have like anything delivered, we were just going to leave out a bunch of menus and post the address and be like, yeah, so it's a good place to eat. If you want to order in.
So it looks like we're just waiting on Batman 66 to resolve, and then we'll be ready for the next round. But as it stands now, I think Laura McCarthy
she is
in first. I warned you, the Von Trapps of
the Von Trapps
of pinball.
I don't know. Match play is acting so funny on my laptop.
Then we got followed by Stephanie, Hannah, Danica, and Cassie. Those are some familiar names that we've. Oh, and Shannon also right there in the mix as well. Well, I suppose, Tracy, Cindy, Gretchen. There's going to be, let's see, how many rounds do you think we'll have? More rounds? 3?
So
4?
we at the hour mark, maybe a little over, we were starting game 4. Dave's headed back this way with an update. Yeah. And we're about to start the next round.
Nice. I probably need to hook up my for entering scores and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm going to be doing that later.
Let's see where
we're
Dave
going.
chooses to go.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Buffalo did have some good food trucks. It's hard to say what I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe the vegetarian just
Well,
doesn't
buffalo and like,
Vegetarianism and
the
food
beef
trucks
on
are
wet
not
truck
necessarily.
wasn't really my jam.
yeah, buffalo and like ridiculously good food, I think, go together.
Yeah.
Like greasy, fried.
They do hearty
fatty.
well.
Hearty. Yeah, we'll go with that.
So yeah, one adjustment, if you guys care about behind the scenes stuff, since this is all in preparation for the big tournament, is I would definitely like the player or the commentary camera to be centered with the screen that we're staring at, so it looks like we're staring at you.
Well, we could move it.
Yeah, that'd be easy to move.
Well, maybe I will. Well, the other thing I was trying to do was actually try to capture Paul. So I guess here's a question for chat. How do you guys feel about having the commentators on the screen? Pinball is such an interesting thing to try to broadcast because of the gameplay. The main deal takes up 1/3 of the screen.
There's no other way to do it.
There's all this other room. I mean, look how much room there is here just trying to show.
I think it's the solution is to get everyone to rotate their monitors. And
I know, right?
Yeah.
Or like force portrait or something in Twitch.
Well, but the Papa tutorial videos back in the day,
Yeah.
they did them that way, and I would rotate my monitor.
But that's not how YouTube puts it on anymore. Now they just black out the sides.
Right. So it was good for a while, and then there was a change, and suddenly now it's tiny, and oh well.
Commentators only need to be on screen between games. So do you want a room cam if it was... So where the broadcast booth is right now is not going to be the case at the March event. We're going to have something...
You're not going to have this in the background?
No, although this is awesome. This was my call. I did want the punching machine behind the commentators because it was this or the pole. So
No, it's better than pole.
yeah, it is better than pole. So yeah, we end up having a lot of dead space without this there, and I wanted to see what people thought about. Like, do they care that people are
I
talking?
just have to be careful what I'm doing with my hands. Well,
Yeah, I know. Just don't pick your nose.
uh-huh.
Well, I can make you guys go away.
Yeah, I mean he can just turn us off too.
Yeah, what would go there? Yeah.
So, one of the differences is there's going to be a lot more logos on screen because
Okay.
it'll be the IFPA stuff. And so Lord of the Rings is saying commentators only need to be on screen between games,
Right,
not during
totally.
it. So that's good.
So
That's
we're
one vote.
joining round 5 here. Is it round 5, I think? And we got
It's
Shannon.
round 6.
Round 6. Okay, we got Shannon on Iron Maiden, and she was able to get the ball to the flipper there without hitting any switches. So the ball saver hadn't even started, and it looks like she's going right up the middle. This game, to start modes, you spell the word Eddie with white shots, and the shots get progressively harder the more modes you've started. So commonly you'll see players go up that ramp in the middle right off the bat to start their first mode because that option will go away. And she starts Flight of Icarus. How do you feel about Flight of Icarus?
Oh yeah,
So,
if I can find the ramps.
Yeah, so this is just ramps back and forth, and nothing else matters. And man, it's really satisfying to hit them back and forth as combos, but it's
Challenging.
yeah, it's challenging. It's easy to die. It's great when you make your shots, but when you miss, you're in trouble. Oh, great
Nice.
shot. The completion for this mode is 20 million points. There's a soul shard available in every mode if you complete it well enough. I believe it's 20 on Icarus. It's kind of difficult to know whether you got it there, but she just got 2 million for that first shot, and the values go up as you hit them as combos. And so right now it's just the right ramp that was lit, and now the left ramp comes in, and there we see the
She
danger.
made great progress towards Mummy though, which is good planning.
Oh, right. Yeah, so she locked her first ball for Mummy, and now she needs 4 more hits probably to start Mummy multi-ball, so that's great. And it's, since there's a ball saver, you can use that ball save time to hit the captive ball. Maybe we'll be seeing that.
And Gretchen's up now. She actually is running the Denver Bells and Chimes chapter this season.
That's
so
great. Do you know how many women are in Bells and Chimes?
No, I don't.
Okay. I know there's been some sizable leagues
They've
in the
had some
past.
huge numbers in the past. I'm not sure about this year.
Sounds like a really fun and social league.
Yeah, exactly.
So aside from shooting the white shots to start modes, which this is a premium, you can see the yellow light here is lit. That means the mode is ready. The ramp lifts up. You shoot under there to start a mode. But one of the other main things that we'll probably see is the main multi-ball is readied by shooting these drop targets. Every time you get a set of all three, it moves you up one of the colors. Start out in purple, so one set will move it up to green, and then one more set will get it to get your locks. So we'll probably be seeing, I bet we'll see Summer go for that. She plays in my league, and Iron Maiden is one of the games that we regularly play.
I also adore her.
Who doesn't like Summer?
Dude, Snow and Summer go together like peanut butter and jelly.
You do have some sort of name synergy, kinship going on there. Nice little nudge there to keep it out of the right out lane. These out lanes, this game, it does have a lot of up and down movement, to keep the ball being safe. And so you're not always in the out lanes there, but when you get side to side, especially off the slings, these out lanes are very dangerous and often difficult to save the ball from. One thing to notice on this game is the strategies that players use for the upper flipper and whether they're going to flip, let it go and just come down to the lower flippers, whether they flip at these targets or hold it up and go for the drop targets.
Or go for the stand-ups.
Yeah, that's true.
Get their shot or playfield multiplier.
Mm-hmm. There's a playfield multiplier available in this game. If you hit all four of these stand-ups, whoa, that was way too big of a thing. Anyway, there's two way up here that you have trouble seeing.
The mouse is hard. Yeah.
And so we can see that Gina is using the don't flip with that upper flipper strategy, which is working out great because it's just going past the flipper and then a nice bounce pass over, and you get control of it. Go Avs in chat says he's an upper flipper guy. Huckweed, I can give you some color on Shannon. She is not 6'6", but she is very tall, and she is married to a very tall man as well. So I don't know if they're having kids, but they'd be like 7 foot tall children if they had.
That's how that works. They just get bigger and bigger.
Well, no, I mean, yeah. They do, I think. I mean, if if you have 2 6 foot tall parents, your kids are going to be
tall too.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's like expected that, maybe like a 5'6" person and a 6 foot person would have like 6 foot children or 5'10".
Yeah.
But if you're both 6 feet, you're just, yeah. So Shannon actually has 2x playfield going right here. You can see it's blinking. That's because she completed those 4 X targets and went through the lit in lane. She now has Mummy Multiball ready, and on a pro, that probably would have started, but
nice,
on a premium, yep, perfect. What do you do? What's your strategy here when you start a Mummy Multiball, Snow?
Spinners and captive ball. So it's switch hits.
Oh, actually, sorry, she's in. She's actually in Trooper.
Oh, you're right.
Did she do the both?
She did the
5 ball.
She did the stack. What?
We're asleep at the wheel here.
Dude,
this is a great move here.
Go.
She there's like a secret way to combine to get a 4-ball multi-ball, which now it's like she's 5. She got her add a ball, and now she's into 5 balls. That's crazy. So you're going to see her score just explode here.
Well, but the Mummy jackpots aren't.
Well,
but
I think she's not actually in Mummy, so now Mummy is ready.
Oh, now it's ready.
It adds a ball to Trooper, and it doesn't start Mummy.
Right.
Mummy is still ready, which you can see right here.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's all right. She's got it ready for ball 3.
She's in great shape. She has a mode ready as well. So next ball,
nice.
she's probably going to start a mode.
Fear of the Dark. It was the one that was lit, so it's not like it's a multi-ball thing. So she can get that going first.
Yeah, that was a great ball by Shannon. Yeah. Takes a commanding lead in the game here. But Gretchen does have a mode ready. You can see that with this light up here. And Flight of Icarus is the first mode. So that's what she'll start right now. The spinner on the left here is what changes the modes. It's not common that you would see people. I don't know. Do you ever shoot to change your modes?
I shoot to revive.
Yeah. Okay. So that spinner, also this blue light here indicates that enough shots will light revive, which lights these two things on the out lanes, which will give you a ball save. And actually, I think she just was awarded revive as a mystery award on her way out there. Okay, nice. Summer went for the hold up there with that upper flipper to get into those the drop targets. Probably see it again right here. Yeah.
Nice. Bounce. Oh, perfect.
And she has a mode ready. So I think there's, if you're not close to a multi-ball, right, you want to just start a mode anytime you have a mode lit.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll start, and doing Flight of Icarus, she's got 8 ramps left to get to her super ramps. So that's a good thing to be keeping in mind too. This is ball 2, so to get some power jackpots, it's going to put some points up.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, Summer's not particularly close right now, but over here there's these super modes that are running. You can see that spinners.
She's got super spinner going.
She has qualified spinners, so her spinners, every time she hits a spinner, it's going to raise this value down here in the corner, and then when it completes, this shot will light the captive ball there for power jackpot. Actually, I guess it's lit right now, so if she hits it, it's going to be 1.5-ish million for the moment, but it becomes more and more valuable the longer this ball lasts, the more super modes she brings in, and it starts, the multiplier increases as well. What do you think? What do you think she's going to go for next here?
I think she's going towards Mummy. Looks like she's playing for Mummy, and which can build up that super.
She did seem kind of uninterested in Icarus, which is a common
thing
you'll see.
She got over it.
That's how I am in a tournament.
She also has, she's just got to complete that drop target bank for Trooper multi-ball to light all 3 locks. It doesn't work on all machines, or some machines are easier than others, but if you get the ball trapped on the right, you can frequently backhand and actually sweep the targets, and then the game yells, sweep.
It's one of the best call-outs. All right, so she locked a ball and then locked a Trooper lock, and then started Mummy multi-ball. So one of the priorities in Mummy multi-ball is the ramps. It's just 2 ramps lit at the beginning, and that will add a ball. And then, as you were saying before.
Oh, yeah. So it's switch hits. I think it's 10 for the first, then 20 for the second, 30 for the third, and I'm referring to jackpots. When your jackpot is ready, one of the next letter in Mummy will light, hit the captive ball to collect that jackpot. If you can spell Mummy and get the super, then you will get your second tier Eddie card.
That was unfortunate. Summer just needed to hit the left ramp there to add a ball. But she has just started, how would be that name, which is probably
very lucrative with 2x running if she can make these shots.
This is great. Yeah, this is probably one of the best modes, I would say. Like almost.
Oh, she almost had it. I felt like she was doing a little bit of English on that.
That was unfortunately a lot of points left on the table there.
Draining out of Hallowed Be Thy Name is a sad thing.
Yeah, she just needed 2 more locks to get Trooper going. And although I always think that it's going to be a great stack with Trooper, but I
like it single ball play.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I can stay focused, but
Yeah, this game more than. That was an unfortunate ball for Gina. This game, perhaps more than any other game, it really rewards you for getting deep into anything. Like just starting a mode or just starting a multi-ball isn't enough. Like the points are playing it and playing it well, hitting all the shots and completing it, and then getting various awards, Tomb awards, soul shards.
And certainly knowing the rules as well. I was telling a few of the girls, that basically revive is lit by the left spinner, and that you can add a ball at the orb, and they didn't know that, and so and it's nearly impossible to keep up, especially at the rate that. Oh, thank you so much for the bits. Really appreciate that.
Thanks, Steve.
I can't even keep up, and I'm a big rules nerd, with the rate that they're manufacturing games these days, and how deep the machines are. But it's really the importance of leagues, right? And women's leagues is while it is competitive. I started off the event by telling people, the point is to win. It's not like you want to take fourth.
Right.
But I will say that women's events tend to be far more nurturing, just in the fact that it's really about learning, and I really appreciate that. So they
I haven't played in any women's events myself.
Oh, crazy! You got to do it.
I like to think that that for the most part, if you haven't played in any kind of pinball event, that they're probably more welcoming and helpful than you might imagine. I mean, I'm always seeing players ask questions and get answers from their either the person in their group or somebody in another group. People are usually pretty happy to help other people improve and learn. So she got the ball back there because Revive was lit, and it actually I look away for a second and somehow it bounced in and started the mode, and so she's got Hallowed Be Thy Name, which we were talking about. Oh, nice in lane. And it started 2x scoring, so now everything is double value.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's she wants to take any one of these orange shots. There's 4 of them.
Very good.
And it's going to be 5 million, which will be doubled to 10 million.
Oh, bummer. But
man.
that was good. She trapped up. She took a minute,
Yeah, right.
That's the way to play.
Right. So that's there's maybe 2 parts to it, and that's getting the ball in control and then making the shot, and
repeat.
yeah, exactly. Okay, Summer uses her
back.
ball save to its limit. Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Now she's really would love some locks. They're ready for her.
Oh, not nice. Bummer. So currently in second for this group. Let's see what Gina can do.
And Gina looks like she just needs one more. If you look on the back glass, it's not there right now, but or the LCD, she needs just the last letter in Eddie, so any white shot right there. We'll start the mode, or qualify the mode, and so now going up the middle, we'll start that mode. And she's on Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, which was a chance for a 2-ball multi-ball,
That's a
but
bummer.
that is the end. Oh.
Go.
I didn't even press anything, I swear. Sometimes I just like to point straight arrows over at Paul on the screen.
I approve.
So that was some good play that we saw there, particularly from Shannon, who had a great stack there for the secret 4-ball trooper multi-ball, which then turned into 5 with add-a-ball in that multi-ball. So what happened was she had 2 locks, which you saw here, 1, 2, and the third one was ready, and Mummy was also ready at the same time, and she had a shot that glanced off of this and then went into the lock. And so that supposedly the designer, Keith Elwin, said that started out as a bug, and they liked it, so they just kept it. And so you're able to start with 1 extra ball, and then during the multi-ball, these drops right here light the center ramp to turn it multicolored, and then when you shoot up and hit the target, that's your standard add-a-ball and trooper. So she was able to do that as well and get 5 balls going and had the 2x scoring.
And with that finish for Shannon, that just brought her up to 31 points. So
she's in the top 4 right now.
Yeah, we've got 3 players with 31 points. If you're wondering why 2 of them are tied at second and 1 is in first, that is because in match play, I set it to automatic tiebreakers based on how many first place finishes and how many second place finishes you have, just because I did not want a crap load of tiebreakers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and that dot next to Laura's name means
she's still going.
She's still playing, so
Yep.
she's going to, for sure, jump out into the lead alone.
Can't take 0.
Danica at 27 with a result that we don't have yet has a good chance of probably being in second.
And Lord of the Rings brings up a really great point because I believe that player 4 was not aware that Ryman the Ancient Mariner requires you to shoot up the center in order to have the multi-ball start. Because if you don't know that, it can look like a mode, like it's just a mode shot.
It still happens to me where I start that mode and I'm like, oh, multi-ball. And then I realize, like, oh, wait, I have to shoot that shot one more time to actually start it.
There
and if
we
you
go,
drain,
guys.
you're just out of it.
All the rounds are complete.
Oh, look at that.
So,
Danica and Laura.
All right.
are we doing another round?
Yeah, we are going to do another round.
All right.
Does that mean this is maybe the last round?
Yeah, start another one.
Or, oh, no.
Oh,
This means,
should we switch?
No, I don't
Okay.
care.
All right.
Just I wasn't sure the way you said it, like, we have time for another round. But no, we have time for
Yeah, they were asked.
lots more rounds. Okay.
I think we'll get 2 more. We'll have this one and the next one. And then that will, so it's getting exciting. It's
Nice.
going to whittle that down to the top 4.
I'm going to step away for 30 seconds.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Snow will entertain you.
That's what I do.
You better be entertaining, Snow. Okay, so I muted his headset, so remind me to unmute him.
Oh, okay.
And then one thing for me, I know you guys don't care out there, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is, not only are we excited here to be broadcasting this women's event here at Game Exchange, we will be broadcasting the national finals and the Pinmasters this year here on Colorado Pinball. So if you have not yet hit that follow button on our channel,
Excellent point.
do that so you can see who will win. Well, we say it's nationals, but technically it's
Don't exclude the Canadians.
United States and Canada.
That's right.
Somebody needs Mexico to get their pinball
We
game
need
together.
an ambassador.
Um,
Is it illegal in Mexico? Because
I
I
have
felt
no idea.
like it was, but I could be wrong.
so what is it? March 4th, I believe.
March 5th through the 8th.
March 5th through the 8th. There you go. So March 5th is the start, and in one day they're going to do all of the nationals. It's one gigantic bracket,
long
best of
day.
7 match play. Whoever won their state.
Head-to-head, best of 7.
Donovan won Colorado,
That's
of
right.
course.
Top 9 get buys, I believe.
Yeah.
So one
Some-
person had to drop out, so Nova Scotia will not be represented. But we've got a total of 54 players. Steve, didn't you win Vermont? And then turns out runner-up is going to be joining us instead. I'm pretty sure I remember that, and I'm going to miss you.
And we might be calling out all
Yeah, I
the
do
people
got
who may have traveled to other states to win their qualification.
Dave Anderson from Colorado
Trent.
went to Wyoming, organized tournaments up there.
But
We love you, Dave, and we're very happy you won.
Yeah. But I got to remind, I should put a note here somewhere. So when I'm listening to these headphones, I'm just hearing what's coming out of here. I'm not actually hearing what's going through the thing. So I got to figure out how to get the
Oh.
monitor working
Okay.
right. So that's something I got to figure out. That's on my to-do list, guys.
Yeah, with every time you add gear and nice stuff to your stream, you're upping the complication factor for sure, which is why we're doing this. Which is why audio wasn't working when we first started, and which is why we're learning to unmute Ryan.
Well, he was chewing. I was going to
Oh,
wait
okay.
until he was done chewing to unmute him.
Learning when to mute people, like when they put their headphones down on the table, to stop the noise from that. Ryan, here's a question. How likely do you think people are going to use these headphone stands?
Pretty unlikely.
That's kind of what I think. So,
And I couldn't get them to align correctly. I don't know
I did
what
notice that.
frickin' black magic it took.
Well,
but anyway.
yeah, I suppose if you have to pick them up off the heads, like that might help.
yeah.
So if you sit
if
down and it's
you-
on the thing and you put it on, then you're not going to realize. Or if the next person hands it to you, then
Mm-hmm.
maybe. But if you have to grab it off there.
What's
Right.
his toes? Welcome.
Did we talk about the questions, the dates for those
Oh,
events? And
Yes.
Okay.
We did bring
He's
that
all
up.
doing everything here. Let's get going here.
We just missed the start of the game.
All right. We got summer in action here on Batman 66 at Game Exchange of Colorado, where there are no lines for the men's bathroom for this women's event match play.
Excellent point.
Maybe do I dare? Not do I dare, but you wanna be the Batman expert? I say do I dare because you might just start talking and never stop about the rules of this game because they're endless.
They're very, very involved.
Every time I ask you for help on this game, my eyes
Like,
glaze
I
over,
know.
and I'm like, I forgot it all now.
So, first thing you do is start a mode. You're a major villain. You've got 4 options. You have Catwoman, the Joker, Penguin, and Riddler. You do that so she made the scoop twice. That starts the hurry up at the bat phone right there. She's got to answer the phone, and then she can start the Penguin mode.
Nice. That's great. With this last game, we saw a lot of people starting the hurry up and then and not able to collect it before draining.
That's the classic Herman problem.
Okay, so now presumably these she's in Penguin, and these purple shots all represent mode shots for Penguin. Oh, that was a great.
Oh,
That was a great save by
sorry,
Cassie there. Yeah, it
That's a
looked
bummer.
like the game was leaning a little bit to the right, which is
And
which would be
the-
my fault.
Well, I didn't give you a level.
No, I mean I did do some leveling, but I just noticed like that was a great move. I mean she did end up tilting there, but the ball sort of was just slowly drifting a little bit
Sure.
into a position where she had to make a move like that where she otherwise might not have.
And the flippers hang low on this game,
Yeah.
and that gap feels wide when they're at rest.
Yeah, this
So
is a George Gomez game, and is that kind of a signature for him in some ways? I mean, Deadpool has a similar thing.
I thought he was just into swords.
Well, that too.
And the scoop in the back.
Oh yeah. Well, it is somewhat based off Batman: The Dark Knight.
Well, and Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. It's true.
Oh yeah, that has that same thing. I never thought about that. All right, so we're watching Susan Greenberg here. Still on ball 1. So a lot of people, we saw this from a lot of players. They're just bashing the phone to spell Joker, and then that ball's gonna be stuck, and then and it's gonna be ball searched out. So it kind of like wedged up in here unexpectedly. So if she,
As long as it's on the playfield and not up in anything.
and unfortunately this is where
Here we go.
okay,
And
nice.
it's free. Yep, that's what I was waiting for.
So also for
Did we get her drain face on
for
that?
players with less experience, when that sort of thing happens to you, you want to not flip the flippers,
Right.
because the game will ball when you don't do anything and it doesn't know where the ball is. By not flipping the flippers, that's like an indication of the game that it should go into ball search. And so she was flipping there for a bit and then stopped, and then it kind of came out when she wasn't really expecting it anymore.
So, Summer is in the Riddler, and right now, so you're hitting the green shots, and if up on the Batmobile spinner, there are 2 targets, one on either side. If they're still up because Cassie here is in Penguin, then you can light all 3 locks for your villain multi-ball. So if she hits one of those, she also was going for super skill shot. So if you hold the left flipper, full plunge, the ball will come flying around. If you make any lit shot on the playfield, then you will be awarded a gadget. A gadget is good for most mode shots in the game. Not all, but most.
Thank you for the thematic bits gift there,
Yes, thank
Lord
you
of
for the
Rings.
66 bits. Thank you for the sub. Really appreciate that.
Dave's Net. I'm going to say Dave Divsnet. I don't know.
Divsnet.
Divsnet. Thank you, Divsnet.
All right, we got. I love this. 3 ladies, 3 different villains. They're going to take them all down. They are fighting crime. Oh, I hope she starts Catwoman.
So now, right.
Oh my gosh. Come on. One more ramp. One more ramp.
This is
I'm so excited.
Snow's most excited moment of the day
God.
here.
It's like batting for the series.
Susan had the opportunity to start a minor villain mode there because she had hit these 3 stand-up targets and then lit the TV shot and went all the way around into the scoop. And you get to choose, and there's no way we can even like say what all that stuff is, but each one of those minor villains does something different. And
there's actually only like 5 characters, but they're listed so many times that it's overwhelming.
well, and there's
They all have different
multiple
powers,
versions of them
yeah.
and stuff. So why is the ball stuck on the magnet here?
Because it's not supposed to be.
Okay. So.
Uh-oh. We've got a magnet locked on. Should we go address
I have
this?
never seen that before.
I haven't either. So is...
Oh, there we go.
okay. So
Interesting.
that's not supposed to happen. Oh, come on. Yeah, she's all right.
that was going to be another just stuck ball straight to a drain.
And it would be for Susan again.
Oh, right. That was Susan.
Because she got... Oh, God.
Uh-huh.
She's doing it. That's her superpower. Oh,
So Susan ended up lighting locks over here on the right orbit, which is what? You just hit these one time?
only
or
one time.
Just
You only
one
need
set?
to... don't even need a set. You only need to hit one.
Oh,
That'll light
lovely.
all 3. If you hit both, that will qualify your playfield multiplier. Then you shoot through. Oh, okay. I'm coming. TD required. You shoot through the Batmobile spinner, and that will start your 2x playfield.
All right. So this is a rare moment in this game where there's only one real thing lit at the moment. So Summer is just looking for that right ramp, which is like it's strangely early. It on the flipper when you're shooting from a cradle, it's usually a right ramp is further over in the playfield, and so it's very easy to miss late as she did twice in a row there.
That was the patented Batman right slingshot into the left out lane.
Oh, whoop. Yeah. Yeah, and pinball, it's if you're watching the stream, you probably know pinball is a mixture of skill and luck, and in some ways it's like, well, it's unlucky that it happened, but then you could also point to the fact that she had the opportunity to make the ramp and missed it, and a successful shot would have given her the ball back safely, and a missed shot, you don't know what's going to happen. Man, a quick ball for Cassie there. We have been seeing some just very fast balls on Batman. I don't know. I didn't do anything to set this up difficultly, but it's playing that way.
Well, you were saying about the like how the right ramp is kind of in a different place on the flipper than you're kind of used to. I definitely feel in this game that it's very easy to get out of the groove and get punished for it and have super quick ball times.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's like once you can get a ball, once you can play for 30 seconds, you can find everything and just really extend those balls. But early in the ball, it's droopy flippers. It's the ramp in a weird spot. Oh, and there's these slingshots. You don't want any part of those if you can help it.
That's right, yeah, and Danica just struggled right there with the sling drain. So
this is okay. So this is ball 3, and oh man, this is going so fast. We barely have time to talk about how Danica came up 400K short there, and nice move.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, Susan just needs a couple shots here to take the win. Oh, and again. The sling
drain.
A low-scoring affair.
And for Danica, so if that's a 4th, she was in 2nd before this round.
She was, yeah, right.
Began, so I mean, she's still probably doing pretty well, but
yeah, and that's a nice win for Summer there.
And then Snow had to go. There is some sort of ruling going on Attack from Mars, where Laura McCarthy is playing, who is currently our leader, I think. So drama on both the first and second place. So stay tuned, guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Danica, right? I've probably been saying it wrong. I know it's not Danica, but I think I go back and forth.
All right, Snow's coming back. She may have made a ruling. She'll let us know.
Thank you for the correction. Yeah, definitely feel free to correct us on names or rules or whatever we're doing wrong. Go Avs is settling in for the long haul with a hot dog and 3 PBRs.
Sure.
Oh, there we go. Thank God.
And we're back.
I needed to be zoomed in on. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Game Exchange Women's Match Play Tournament, February 15th, 2020, where 23 of the toughest women in Colorado are battling it out.
Now look at that, though, at the standings. So for the finals, we're taking the top 4?
We're taking the top 4.
Okay. So it didn't hurt Danetza, but, Hannah was able to
plowed right through.
Get up there.
That is impressive.
Summer.
I'm going to guess Hannah's probably won her last 2 matches, I'm going to guess. And also Shannon is right there in the mix. Still, we don't have her score yet from this round.
Tracy Rudy out of nowhere.
Well, let's find out here. Here's Hannah. So she just got what? Wait, which order is this going in?
It should be, I think, first game. I don't know. Let's look at the rounds. Here. Who is this? Hannah? Is that who we're looking at?
Yeah.
She took first on Pirates. So most recent.
Yeah. So
that's the 7th round.
She's won 3 out of her last 4 games on quite the hot streak.
So, I was just called over to Attack from Mars. Karen Ellis was playing. She was in Martian multi-ball and got a ball stuck in the diverter. And so she did know the rule that you can't have one trapped. So she was trying to free it, which she did successfully after hitting a few Martians. And it Newton balled into sticking the other one, but freeing the stuck ball.
Nice.
And so, so she went through the process again, and then ended up tilting out because she got the ball stuck on top of like the lanes, just on a rubber.
And I just got pulled aside by Laura that their results should be entered momentarily.
Oh,
so let's see how that ends up.
Exciting.
Oh, there it is.
Let's see.
Wow, Shannon.
Look at that. Rocketing up there.
Yeah, Hannah and Shannon coming out of same thing. 3 out of her last 4.
3 out of the last 4. That's crazy.
And are all rounds finished? We're waiting on one more game. Is that true?
Let me look here. Nope, we're done. So that is everybody.
All right. So we are going to go one more round.
This is the last round.
One more round. I am telling Dave.
He looks so official with that little earpiece.
I know. The earpiece is so good.
Oh, we're going to see some Wheel of Fortune.
I like it.
Yeah. A game which you and I can both speak to.
Oh, yes. We love the wheel.
I do enjoy Wheel.
Yeah.
Don't give
Paul
it a hard
actually
time.
loves wheel.
I think it's great. I bought one. I mean,
That's true.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun
no
with
greater
it.
testimonial than that. I played it at like the showdown, and I don't forget who showed it to me, and I just was like, it was the right time for me in terms of like nudging and the way those outlanes are, and I just felt like the whole game was like nudging, and that's all that mattered. And I spent like a year trying to get one for a reasonable price because there's not that many of them around, and people hate it, so I felt like it should have been cheap, but it wasn't because there aren't that many of them, and I finally got one, and I do not regret it.
So we got round 8 up here. I don't know. Well, Pez says he's going Wheel of Fortune. So Shannon's on that one.
Okay.
Let's see.
And Lily.
And Lily.
That could be some good, interesting gameplay. He just won it because his wife's on it, too.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
he chose
that's
it
fine.
before
I
the
mean,
round
we're
went
also
up.
the next round. The round after this is we're going to get the top 4 anyway. So.
Yep.
Right, but it's like, so Laura is playing Batman, and isn't Hannah in the top 4 right now already, and then there's some. So I'm just wondering, like, which group we could see, like.
Oh, well, so he's got my chart. I was keeping a log of every person who's been featured in every game, but I don't have that information.
You make a good point, Paul, but you're being overruled, I think.
Right. Well, no, I'm just saying. So, like, Danica, like, if she
Danetza.
or Danetza, sorry, I should know that Danetza, she's sitting there in a group, where if she wins it, she gets her thing. But here's Hannah and Laura playing against each other, and they're both. So they could maybe, deny points from each other.
Key matchup right there.
Yeah, that's a deciding game. And that's what on Batman? If only we had a
we
walkie-talkie to help Pez.
We got to switch over. It's happening right now.
Okay,
Yep, switch.
transition.
Well, it's wheel. So these are all notes that we're going to be taking down for how to better do the logistics for nationals.
It's tough who to follow.
So I think it's so we have walkie-talkies. We're down a staff member. We were going to have another person here to help communicate what we were just talking about with Dave, who actually does have the walkie-talkie on. He just doesn't, it's a one-way radio right now.
So this game, you may notice the flippers are split a little bit wider than normal, and there's a post. It's normally posts are sort of like down here for games, but this one has one right in the middle, and so you can get
big.
It's big, yeah. So you can get a lot of bounces off of there. So we're probably going to see a lot of involvement from that center post. One of the key things on this game is there's also 4 opportunities.
Let's see. Don't flip. So what you want to do there is actually not flip, because you can nudge that out. But what a huge problem, and Jennifer just found herself in that situation with, when you're flipping, that you can then knock the ball underneath it, and there's no way to recover from that. This game, you really benefit from the chill maneuver. Do a lot of nothing.
A lot of bounce passing / dead flipping. And also I'd just say that if you haven't played this game, which probably a lot of players in this tournament have not, because it's just, you don't see it on location. They didn't make that many of them. It takes like a few games of getting used to just the position of the flippers and the outlanes, and like getting used to this not flipping. So we'll see. So, oh boy. So when you drain out the outlane, there's 4 possible ball saves there, and the way you light those is at the U target here at each of these drops, and it does look like some players might not be aware of that, because that's often a common thing to go for right off the bat, particularly during your ball save. So use your initial ball saver, which you can see right here, to shoot the U a couple times. Oh, there you go. Shannon hit it, and so now once that ball saver expires, now you're going to see, maybe she didn't get, okay, so now you can see she's got some ball saves in the outlanes here, which, that's like a free ball, right? Oh, nice nudge there. This is a classic pain point. It's like off of this, goes up here, and then it comes back, and just, do you have a strategy for that?
No.
I've found like my instinct is like to move the post this way, but I think it actually works better to move it away, just a little bit. You want to take like a little bit off, so instead of having it bounce up too high, you just have it go a little bit lower through there. Okay, so this is Karen. Yes. All right, everybody's played ball 1, and so hitting contestants up here, they'll guess letters in your puzzle over here, and that each contestant has its own. This is like a pretty complicated game. Like each contestant has their own pool of money from their guesses on the wheel, and then you can solve the puzzle with a particular contestant, and you'll get their prizes once you've collected enough letters. She happened to have. Oh, nice. So
that's what you do.
Oh.
Don't. Okay, it's all right.
Yeah, one less flip there might have. So she. So there's these targets here. we got 4 over here and here and here. These are the multi-ball targets. And when you light them all, it lights multi-ball at the scoop, which Karen has ready for her on ball 3.
Yeah, so basically you spell bonus for modes, get into multi-ball, and those inline drops are incredibly important. The first one lights your free spin on your out lanes. The second one is your wild card. Is that? I think so.
That sounds right.
The third is another thing.
I mean,
I can't remember.
All of them. Oh, that was a
nice
nice little
save.
nudge over here. You saw her like hand sneaking. All of them will give you. Oh, beautiful. All of the drops will give you ball saves, free spins on the out lanes. But yeah, actually, that's funny. I don't know what the 2 and 3 do particularly as well. All right, so Jennifer has multi-ball ready as well, and puzzle is ready to be solved. So a lot of stuff going on right here. I call that like the scoop. I don't even know. It's kind of a weird little rampy thing because it spits out in the back. And she now has completed bonus. All 5 main shots has bonus. And, oh, nice. So this is that scoop is just massive right now. It's going to be a multi-ball. It's going to complete the puzzle, which gives you some points in bonus for the rest of the game. And it's going to start bonus mode, which is represented here. Wherever this gets locked in on is the mode that she'll be playing.
Snow's going back to tournament mode, tournament director mode here.
Jennifer was doing a good job managing the ball there when it's down by the flippers, and she's got a great score, 12 million right now. She happened to have lit big points and went out the lit one, and you get a spin of the wheel, which you can
just lose a turn.
Yeah, you can get nothing, or you can get an extra ball, like a sort of a ball save. You can get millions of points. There's a bit of randomness in this game, even in tournament mode. Oh, nice save by Lily there. Maybe sort of flipped when she didn't need to at the beginning, and then recovered. So something I saw Bowen do, I believe, in his tutorial, is these 2 spots for the ball to go here on either side of this post are very narrow, and he was doing like a side shake. So if a ball looked like it was going to swish through, he would go side to side nudge to basically rattle the ball between the tip of the flipper and the post. And sometimes it works pretty well.
Interesting. You know, another fun thing about this game is that the ramps actually light the 2X that you see there on the center.
That's true. So if you go around like this,
then
through the in lane, your next shot is 2X.
Right. And then if you clear all the in lanes, then you if you combo those 2X, then you could have 4X, and hitting something, you're going to have lots of points.
Right. All right. Karen has multi-ball lit at the scoop. She has just 2 of the letters in bonus. It doesn't look like she has any free spins going on right now. So, I mean, really wants to get into the scoop with a flashing green. Even hitting the U to get out lane saves is kind of dangerous at this point. You wouldn't want to die right now trying to light those.
So she wants to hit the scoop.
Yeah, desperately. And actually it's going to be a puzzle solve as well. And now she's got some out lane ball saves now. Oh boy.
I can't remember. Like sometimes the multi-ball, like the puzzle solve wouldn't, like maybe they don't all start at the same time, or the modes don't start if you solve the puzzle or something.
I don't know if that's true. Is that true? I mean, there is the prize puzzle thing with the trip multi-ball for completing it.
This was in a pin golf once, and like people were like, "Oh, you're supposed to start a mode," and then, let's have Jen hit it, and we'll find out.
On the fly backhand of the O. Oh, we might get that back. All right, come on, Jennifer, in that scoop. We want to see a multi-ball.
Oh, extra ball. I guess that'd be points here.
Yeah, she did it again.
Oh, look at that. 29. What? That extra ball was massive.
And she had the 4X going there for a while. That was crazy.
So did she just 4X the extra ball for like 20 million points?
Okay, she got it in there. So she solved the puzzle.
And starts a mode. So let's see. The mode is going to be what? Keep it spinning. So what are you're just? This is like shots and targets increase the wheel speed, and you score points the number of times it spins around. But more importantly, she's in the main multi-ball.
I guess she got them all.
All 6 of these red shots are lit here, and hitting one of them will. Now you have to alternate with the contestants. So now you hit the contestants once, and that's going to relight all 6 of the shots.
She's having a giant
There you
game.
go. So now she relit them. Now she's got, that's the double jackpot, and I don't know if she's going to get that one back. So the next thing would be to would have been to hit the contestants twice to relight and so on. But this is a great score for any level of competition.
Yeah.
I would take 40 million points and just walk away from Wheel of Fortune every time.
Bringing in bonus mode is huge. Oh, to get back to those inline drops, the first one lights your free spin. The second one is big money, the center drain.
Oh, yeah.
Totally forgot about that, which is always multiplied down times 10 if you hit the lit center drain. There are 2 center drains on this game. There's one on the left, one on the right. So got to keep that in mind. Third one lights wild card. I couldn't remember that.
Just barely got the ball save there. So Lily is a up-and-coming 13-year-old player from Pueblo. And she's put up a massive score earlier on Iron Maiden.
Watch out, Escher and Zach. That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
Oh, bummer.
That was so unlucky because she had just lit the multi-ball and had all of those things.
Yep.
So it would have been 2 multi-ball. I would have started trip multi-ball and the main multi-ball and given the extra ball points. See what Shannon can do on the last ball of this game. She doesn't really have a lot of progress at all here, unfortunately.
Shannon is currently sitting in first, so if she... Whoa, what is No, that's wrong. What's happening? What? Those slings
No,
are-
there's phantom switches going on.
Yeah, there's phantom switches.
Oh, no.
She just got...
And it's all on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because she's getting like ramps and combos.
Have fun with this snow.
Oh, damn it. What? I don't even know what...
80. So it said she has 89 ramps completed. So it's that ramp opto.
Okay,
That's
it's
the
the
thing
ramp.
that can happen with this game.
Do you think
I didn't see
Jennifer
anything.
got any of it? Yeah, I think some...
So it's
people
possible
saw
that Jennifer
stuff.
did because she had a big jump in score around the
Yeah.
time she got that extra ball, but she was already at she was well ahead already.
It seemed, because I wasn't here for the whole thing, I wasn't watching a lot of it.
Should we ask chat?
So
Oh
she
my
did. I
God.
mean, she played through a multi-ball and modes and like.
She did bring in stuff. Was she making shots?
I mean, so look, if we take out
Oh my God.
if we take out any possible phantom hits, it should just. I mean, Jennifer, you don't do it that way.
But you can make that
Jennifer-
argument like player 3 could have used a couple phantom hits to beat player 1.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we should just have them play a different game.
Void the game.
Yeah.
I think we have to void the game.
Void it.
Yeah, there's
Market
no
zero.
other. Hey, Volps, good to see you. damn it. All right, I got to go let him know.
Yeah, that's a good point, Blizzard. We should have caught that. So there's a 1 billion point score on this game, which means that they opto. So this is a thing that's happened to mine. The opto went bad, and optos, I don't know how much you know about games, but so a lot of the switches in games are micro switches, and those are the ones that have slits in the play field where the wire sticks up through and the ball rolls over it. So that's just a micro switch with a little nub that presses. But there's other switches because of the position where they need to be on the game that are optos. It's a beam of light, and there's an emitter on one side and a receiver on the other side. And for the game to know that the switch isn't being triggered, the beam has to line up perfectly, correctly on both sides, and that means there's no ball there. Then when the ball comes through, it breaks the plane, and that triggers the switch hit. So if there's a malfunction either in the cleanliness of the optos or the alignment of the optos, or even the fix for me actually was to replace the opto board. So there could be a problem with the circuit board that the opto is connected to that causes, say, like a loss of power, and so then the beam breaks and then it goes back together and break, but like 100 times in a second.
Yeah, with the opto issue, we did notice when Jennifer was playing that like she was doing really well.
She had a massive jump in score.
But yeah, all of a sudden it was like 5-10 million more points, and we're like, did she 4x the extra ball or whatever?
Yes,
So yeah, nobody's quite sure. And looking at so Shannon got second, which is what, 5 points, but that's still. She's still kind of.
But that was so they're gonna replay this.
Yeah.
Game.
I mean, I could see if Donetza like gets. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's do it right. Let's do it right, guys. Let's be legit.
Okay, Laura, your House of Horrors is doing that. Which opto is it? So yeah, like I was saying, it could be it could be dirty optos. It could be misaligned. It could be a cold solder joint. It could be the wiring to the opto board. It's unfortunate that optos are so fragile. There's a lot of failure points, and when they fail disastrously, like we just saw.
So are they going to play Maiden?
They are playing Maiden.
All right, we're going to watch it then, because everybody else is kind of done, I think, except for.
So what did they? Yeah. So what was the reaction there of the competitors? Oh.
So
we'll never know. Okay, so Karen is gonna show us how it's done here on Iron Maiden. Oh, that was so fast around that right orbit. So as we're so close. Priority in this game is to shoot white shots until you've lit mode start at the center, underneath the center ramp. This is a premium, so the ramp lifts up. On a pro, it does not. We got, these drops here progress you towards one multi-ball. This captive ball here progresses you towards another multi-ball. You can get an out lane saves lit through this far left spinner shot. Oh, nice little move there. So, yeah, Jennifer is of the ignore the upper mini flipper camp. And it's working out great for her. Just clean feed down to the right flipper. Perfect. Right into the mode start. And now we're in Icarus. These two shots are going to give you points in this mode, and really no other shots are going to get you anything.
And the arrow's red because...
Yeah, the left arrow is red because she spelled mummy the first time, and so that's going to be a mummy lock.
Okay, so that's a premium thing.
Yes, in a pro, there is no... That's not a... you don't have to do that. Actually, in a pro, it's the center ramp where the lock is. It's a virtual lock up the center ramp. Hey, Nap Arcade, thanks for stopping by.
That's right. We're almost to the finals as well. We had a game malfunction, and we're replaying one now here with this group.
And thank you so much for the bits.
Oh, hey, bits.
And yeah, so Jimbo Jones, that was a lot with optos, so hopefully that made sense. And if you need clarification, I'm happy to explain more. As somebody who plays a lot of pinball and operates games, I've dealt with my fair share of opto issues.
Now, rumor has it earlier, Lily, who's playing now, crushed this.
That is true. This is probably a great...
so maybe this is her game, her jam.
This is a lucky malfunction, perhaps, for her. Oh. Yeah, we haven't been seeing anybody change their mode. So in tournament mode, this game is set to with tournament mode on. So it gives every player the same first initial mode, which is Flight of Icarus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's down here, and the other modes are up here, and you can change them with the spinner, although you don't have a ton of control because it's just how many spins you've got.
I mean, do you purposefully do that?
I don't, but I wonder if I should. I mean, because I tend to get my letters as quickly as possible. I'll start Icarus, and then I just will ignore it.
Yeah.
And I'm just my thought is like, well, my next mode's going to be better than Icarus. So, although Icarus can be very valuable, it's just
hard.
I'm not that good enough at comboing ramps.
So
Oh, what a save! Somebody
how did she
clipped
make
that.
that
was a
save?
beautiful nudge out of the right out lane. And as I was saying before, it's difficult. Saving balls from the out lanes is very difficult on this game. The way the design is, it's tough. It's very tough to do.
She needs one more letter here.
Yeah, Lord of the Ring breath. It didn't do the competition install. I did just this competition, mode setting on. So I believe that the super skill shots will still be there. It doesn't appear that anyone is going for them. So they may not know.
So, and this is
It's
Rhyme.
risky. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Rhyme can be a multi-ball. Welcome back, Snow.
Hey, thanks.
Right. So Rhyme has begun, and now it's a hurry up at the center, and getting it in there will lock in that value and spit out a second ball. If you don't get the hurry up, the mode just ends and no soup for you. So she locks it in. Shannon does at 676. That is, and now it's see the aqua shots on the left side or the teal. I don't know. Cyan, whatever your pleasure is.
Really dialing it in.
So as she shoots them, she's hit him there. That shifts all of the shots to the right. So it used to be the 3 leftmost shots, and now it has moved to like the next set of 3. There is an add ball available in. We're not gonna see it. Oh,
bummer. That was a decisive dream.
That is. I mean, that's something I'm trying to work on, and for myself is. You get into multi-ball, and if things are going well and you're making shots, then you maybe get a little too freewheeling, and then one ball drains unexpectedly, and the other one isn't on your flippers, and that's a bad feeling to be out of a multi-ball and so quickly and dead.
The highs are high, the lows are low.
But it was enough to put her into
Icarus
first place.
is flying too close to the sun. Right. So everybody's played ball 1. We're on to ball 2 here with Karen.
Yeah. She had it. She had some jostling.
Yeah, in this game, the design of the playfield layout is like these areas are kind of shielded off a little bit. So you won't balls coming from above don't necessarily go in there.
Except for balls that don't make it all the way around the upper loop. Which then go right to the right out lane.
Yes, that is true. Oh, nice last second ball save there. Once it gets side to side, down the slingshots, that's trouble. Nice. She picked up a couple of drop targets on the way down there. Oh, and that was unlucky that slingshot didn't fire there.
Yeah.
So there's a switch here and a switch here, and depending on how closely those are gapped, it can make a huge difference on how difficult the game plays. If they're close.
Or how predictable.
Yeah, that's true. Right. So there, I mean, there you may be expecting the slingshot to fire, and so you're not prepared with your flippers, and it doesn't fire, and then you drain. But if it's too sensitive, maybe it fires and goes into the out lane.
Yeah, it's all about that upper third of the slingshot as well. That's really designed to push it directly into the out lane. A lot of players when they're first starting out, and they want to nudge, they want to fight, but they don't know how. And the first thing I always tell players is in the slingshots, push up. You want to push the ball up and be really aware of that upper third. And when you want to nudge as soon as the ball makes contact with the object. If you are pushing the playfield around when it's not in contact with anything, you're moving the geometry. You might do that in an out lane to move a post so that the ball falls into an in lane, but otherwise you're really not affecting the ball's trajectory. So the minute it hits a sling, you want to push up on the table, which is the safest nudge as well. It's at least likely to really get the tilt bob swinging. And you want to push it up and over, like into the plastic or rubber or playfield feature that is above the out lane so that you can just get it out of that entire danger zone.
I'm just getting a text message from one of the competitors, Summer, who's bragging about beating my GC on Stranger Things.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Shannon has a ton of stuff going on here right now. She's got 2 balls locked. Mummy multi-ball is ready. She has 2x. Oh, no, we've begun Mummy multi-ball. Sorry about that. So we've begun. She has 2x ready. It hasn't started yet because it's solid. And so she needs to go through a lit in lane to activate the 2x. She has 3 power modes running. She currently has an 8 million point power jackpot, which we haven't even really talked about. And so now that it's 2x, we're getting close to 20 million. 20 million points on this shot right here. Although I've absolutely been in this situation, I'm sure you have too, where you don't even realize. There's so much things going on that you're like, you really have to come out of a multi-ball, cradle up, and then think, oh, she just looks like she took a shot for it there.
Yeah.
And another one. Now, sometimes you can get a ricochet, a lucky ricochet.
She's going for it.
And it didn't register. It
and
seemed
her
like
2x is going to run out. Oh, come on.
So she's very aware. But actually, this is great because she still has 2x going. Started Trooper multi ball, and she can raise the value even further. We're just a little bit north of 20 million right now with the 2x still running.
Is that what that other move's called? Like I can't remember the player, but she had started. Did the mummy into super? Is that Trooper mummy ball?
So Shannon did collect the power jackpot. It was like 1 second after her 2x expired, unfortunately, so she got 13 million instead of 26 million. But regardless, she's having a great ball here and a great game.
And she's got 3 super modes going. She's got super pop, super target, super orbits.
You can see these on the left side of the LCD up here.
And only 3 ramps left to qualify to start the super ramp. So plenty of opportunity for more super jackpots.
And she has both outlane saves lit right now. So she'll she really needs to avoid a center drain right now. But either of the outlanes is going to be okay. And yeah, as you said, with these other things. So
and she's got her lock lit for Trooper.
Nice. So 1 more pop, 2 more targets, and 7 more orbits is going to qualify Cyborg multi-ball, which is one of the mini.
And not lock lit, but her targets are lit for it.
Oh, she got that back because it didn't hit anything.
Oh, nice.
That was fortunate.
All right, looking good.
All right, so now she's completed pops, so that raised the power jackpot value and the multiplier, so it went from 1x to 2x. And so she's sitting at 5 million right now on a power jackpot. 2 more targets will probably make that, I don't know, 15 million maybe.
All right, she's got her locks
she's
lit.
really got her shots dialed in here.
Oh, boy.
She has mode ready, and it's a 2-ball multi-ball. Okay, there's a power jackpot. That's
going to happen.
Yeah, that happens in this game. You accidentally collect a power jackpot perhaps before you need it because 1 more hit and it would have been worth at least twice as much. So here, what are we doing, Snow? Shooting blue shots.
Well, her extra ball is lit. A good thing to do is be aware that their extra ball is what, 15 million?
Is it that high?
I thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong, but in any event,
I bet it's at least 10.
okay. So basically, getting
she just got it.
Let's see. How much?
It looked like it was 5 actually.
Was it 5? Okay. Yeah. So, but points.
Oh no, maybe it was 10 and the power jackpot was 5. All right, sorry.
But points are points. So if keeping that in mind, keeping in mind that you can get your playfield multiplier and you can multiply that value. Also, I'm a player who likes to go. I know that commentators aren't supposed to talk about themselves, but
that's okay.
In terms of putting points on the board, we haven't talked about the upper loop, which she now has ready, right?
Yeah, loop jackpot.
So if you can get that loop jackpot, then it's going to light your Tomb Treasure. Tomb Treasure being 15 million. Always keep in mind, get your 2x or 3x playfields. Then you're going to, you've got 30 to 45 million sitting on the board.
So she was going for the loop jackpots there, and they're worth more. If you raise the upper flipper, they're worth less, and if you keep it down, they're worth more. She had it down there, and just got a nice power jackpot, and now she's 1 ramp away.
To starting super ramps.
From starting super ramps and having Cyborg ready.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell that Shannon has played this game a lot. She seems very comfortable with the shots and the rules.
Well, she has 8 more ramps to make. She's
Oh,
got to
sorry,
get
you're
through
right.
her super ramps.
Okay. All right, so we're up here. Yep, my bad. So she needs 8 ramps, and then we'll be Cyborg. So that's kind of a tall order at this moment.
Well, that was a good bowl.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
Well
mean,
done.
she's looking at a potential walk-off here for the win on this last game. We haven't seen one of those on stream yet.
She's like, yeah, I'll show you a switch error.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. she got robbed out of her second. I mean, not robbed, but
Maybe they weren't phantom switches.
Yeah.
She's just that good.
She's like, you didn't see my 89 left ramps on Wheel of Fortune?
we got a ball. It's kind of perched. Oh, okay,
That's all
nice.
right.
Something a lot of people. That was a good play there by Karen. She just gave it a tiny little nudge. Just sort of didn't do anything crazy. But if you get a ball stuck in competition like this, you don't want to tilt trying to free it, because that's the tournament director. You can call them over and they will get a stuck ball out for you. If you tilt when there's a stuck ball and you come over and you tell the tournament director, I was just trying to free the ball, sorry, you're the one who tilted.
Well, we are going to be harshly enforcing the 60 seconds between tilt rule at Nationals, just so you know.
Oh, yeah?
I'll be sitting there with the clock the whole time.
I don't believe it. Okay, so Karen is done here, and Jennifer is very close to
Needs one more letter.
moving into second for the time being.
Will she do it with the
Gosh.
bonus?
No. Bonus is okay. I mean, you need to have a long ball to have meaningful bonus in this game. Okay, so Lily here. There's going to be a big difference here between these next 6 million points are very, very meaningful
All
for
right.
her.
Mode start.
So she could probably 3 ramps in a row would do it. We'll see if she's going to do that. It looks like not. I feel like she's just going to sort of ignore Icarus, which I'm fine with. I mean, like I said, I die all the time trying to.
Well,
Okay.
got one.
All right. That moves her into third.
Into third.
And now one more of those shots would move her into second, and then she's going to have a long road if she wants first. Nice get there. It's I like the action that these pop bumpers give, but it's a little scary sometimes. You're not sure what they're going to do. They're a little bit closer to the flippers than a lot of games. Oh.
But that was enough to get her into
It
second
was.
place.
She that last shot. Mm-hmm.
So.
And sometimes it's like, now I guess we'd have to look at the standings, but I've been in that situation where it's like, well, you're in second, but first place is so far away that.
Is she going to plunge it or play it?
Little victory lap. Now, are all the other results? Yeah, all the other.
Yeah, we'll switch to that here.
Oh no, we have. Okay, no, there's another game going, so Shannon could play this out if she wants.
Nope, there's the one last group.
Oh, okay.
So this could be, but she got first, so she's going to go up to first place.
So it looks like it's going to be scroll up. It's going to be Shannon, Laura, Summer, and Hannah, I think.
There we go, our top 4.
And that also gives Shannon choice of game as the top seed. So
wow.
we're going to have, this is the finals here, just the final 4. Shannon, Laura, Summer, Hannah, and Shannon is going to have game choice as the top seed.
Now, what's interesting here, we'll forget about the controversy. It's not even a controversy. The bad opto, because Shannon still would have she had second in that one. But, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. What is
But actually, she might have had no, that's true. Shannon would have had. She would not have come in last in that game. I mean, well, she was in last when the error happened, but then, hard to say exactly how many, what she would have had.
Summer and Hannah.
That's good semi-controversy.
All right, finals time. I'm updating the
Thanks.
stream title to say finals time.
Ooh, nice. Thank you so much for everybody who has been watching the stream.
Yes, thank you so much.
We are down to the final four for women's match play, February 15th, 2020. My name is Ryan Wanger. This is Paul Preston in the booth. Puppyman 42. 42?
42.
What's the 42?
Well, Puppy Man was taken, and I figured I'm old enough that I shouldn't use 69 anymore.
Okay.
So
Nice.
nice. Yeah.
Okay, so you weren't born in 1942, and you weren't 42 years old.
Well,
either.
42 is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy number.
Is it, or is it 43?
No, it. Ryan,
I don't know.
it's 42.
It's 42?
It
I've
is
always
42.
thought it was 43 all this time for some reason.
Right?
I've been
Exactly,
shamed.
Peppers. 43? I don't know.
42. All right, fine, fine. Peppers knows. I'll believe it.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will. Are we just doing one round for
That's it,
vinyl?
one
Well,
game.
okay, one match for all the beans that Shannon gets to choose the game, and the rig is on Black Knight,
Interesting.
which makes me think that Shannon chose that.
Yeah, I know she's. I've run into her in the wild in an arcade playing Black Knight before, so I think one or two of the closest places to her has it. So this is good because we haven't seen this game yet on the stream so far,
Yeah.
and
There we go. And then let me.
I just refreshed myself on the rules today. Although I guess I don't know for sure if this has the very latest code on it because code just came out for it. Made some mode scoring a little bit higher, and some interesting new way to cash out your super modes. So let's talk about it.
Hey, whoop,
Nope, sorry.
give me my mouse.
Tell me when I can have it back.
Well, I'm trying to get 1, 2, 3, 4 on here.
Yes, that is true.
They haven't started yet, have
We
they?
like to share. No, I was just gonna
Okay.
talk about how to play before the action. Can we get? You know what we? Oh, go ahead. Oh.
Oh, wait, now we're
Oh.
going Stranger Things.
Okay.
All right, so
Wow.
now you get to see the magic as Pez moves
I'm somewhat baffled actually that Laura did not choose game. I mean I think that's just a sign that she feels comfortable playing.
No, Shannon didn't choose game.
Sorry, that Shannon didn't choose game, so she feels comfortable with a lot of different choices. And then I'm also kind of surprised that Laura chose Stranger Things because Laura operates an arcade that does not have a Stranger Things. So, yeah. I mean, I know there's games here that she knows probably better than Stranger Things, but actually this is going to be a fun final. So,
I can't, well, maybe they're all.
we're just watching Pez play.
So wait, let me have the mouse here. Let me see if I can figure something out here. Well, I could put it in a text box.
Right, exactly. So player one is Laura McCarthy. Our high seed was Shannon, and she deferred. So Laura chose Stranger Things and is going first. The second will be Hannah Martinez. Third will be Summer Puente, and fourth will be Shannon Stein. Trent Augenstein's company is Tilted.
Snow is muted.
Oh, sorry.
Who
Who is player 3?
All right, let me read that off again. Shannon is the high seed. She deferred. Laura McCarthy chose Stranger Things and is player 1. Player 2 is Hannah Martinez
nice
from
nudge
down
there.
in Pueblo. Player 3 is Summer Puente, and player 4 is Shannon Stein.
Let me know if I spelled anything
Yeah,
wrong.
it's Tilt Amusements is Trent
Oh
Augenstein's
yeah,
company.
and Tilt Amusements was Trent Augenstein's
There we
company.
go.
There we go. Yeah, that
it
was
all.
the big recap.
So we were just saying while you're gone, I was pretty surprised. Well, I'm surprised that Shannon deferred, and even more surprised that Laura chose Stranger Things because she operates an arcade that doesn't have a Stranger Things in it.
That's probably why. It was funny. Yeah, Shannon was super nervous to choose. And I told her, well, you can always defer. And then she kind of piped up, deferred, and then Laura was sort of thinking about it as well.
So that's 2. Oh, did it not give her credit for that second lock there? So Laura has lit locks, so she hit both of these, lit locks on the left ramp. She, now how did that happen?
Oh, don't tell me that it's
She
not
just
the-
got a lock from the Demogorgon somehow. Okay, so she had the Demogorgon ready, and nice. Nailed it. Starts the multi-ball with the Demogorgon going, which is pretty good. I mean, might as well. You know, it's a dangerous thing to be going after that. So now during this, you're trying to shoot. All the shots are lit for jackpots. There's 5 jackpots left right now. The scores, you'll see like 300K per. Once you've hit enough, then it goes down to just this shot on the left, which is going to be the super jackpot. And so we're getting close here. I think actually we're in that stage. Maybe one more. Double jackpot. It says right on the ramp. Double jackpot. That's so cool. This is the premium, so there's like a projector that can project stuff onto the screen and the ramps. That's cool.
And her game choice is working out all right.
Yeah. So in the multi-ball, hitting those locks and getting back up there doubles is double scoring, basically. And so unfortunately, all right, now she's got the upside down going, so she's going after these targets right now. They're going to be $7.5 million each, counting down very quickly. She picked up 2 in one shot, which doubled her score. This is a really valuable mode.
Yeah, so if you hit inside, like behind the target, that's not going to do anything. You have to hit all 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
and actually you saw right there, she had exactly 15 million because it was 7.5 times 2 and didn't collect anything after that. She also does have this ball save lit over here, which typically comes from, I think, 3 or 4 shots to that shot, which comes around to the left flipper. It's once you've lit burn it back, then your first burn it back award is.
I see.
She's trying to post transfer here by passing the ball up and over like that, and it can be difficult. There's something about the design. It's like Attack from Mars. The spacing is a little bit different between the slingshot and the flipper.
It's very tall. The height is very
okay,
high,
so this is
and
taller
that
than normal?
post is a little further back.
Yeah. And this game, you can backhand the lock shot. But
Really?
yeah, you can. But it's the premium is a little different because the ball locks needs to be like diverted up onto the back panel. So on a pro, it's no problem. But on a premium, it makes more sense probably to be on the right flipper so you have a stronger shot. She's in her second Demogorgon mode here, which is a 2-ball multi-ball. And I'm not, so you can see, actually maybe it's 3 balls. So it starts with the countdown here, and I don't understand how you're supposed to like lock this in at a high value because shooting into the mouth of that thing is very difficult.
And when you shoot the mouth, is it going all the way in? Like
Yeah. There's just a hole, and it falls down the middle and comes out the back.
Okay.
So it appears like she's actually going to have... Oh, no. So there's a... She has 2x scoring lit right now. You can see right down here. So that's running. So everything's going to be double value. Wow. And she made it through that mode. But it turned out to not be worth very much.
Yeah, some modes I believe are much better than others. So you, I'm going to say how it works, and then also you double check me because I haven't had that much time on the game. You shoot one of the 4 shots 3 times to start a mode. It's going on the left side. You'll see that the round inserts are orange. The inserts on the right are yellow. The modes are just below them, color matched, and it's going to give you at random one of the yellow modes or one of the orange modes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It starts, I'm probably in tournament mode here. It's going to start with the same mode lit for everybody, and then it's pop bumpers that change it.
Okay.
So like the left pop bumper changes the season 1 modes over here. Well, it changes, like you said, it's like these things are right in here.
Okay.
So it'll change which one of those is lit, and then the right pop bumper does the yellow ones.
There's only 2 pops.
I think maybe there might be a third. I don't know if there's 2 or 3, but there was one that just doesn't.
Summer just
Doesn't
did
do
a
that.
nice little flick pass there.
That's a nice thing to do on this game, or any game where you can do it. Ball comes down the ramp, you lift up the flipper, transfer it over to the other one, slows everything down, gives you the shot you want. Nice nudge there too. So she clipped. She ended up hitting both of these right targets at the bottom of the left ramp and lit her locks. Nice.
So ball 1, would you say strategy is light your locks?
Yeah, for me, I've actually gotten into short plunging and going for locks.
Is this got a playfield validation situation going on?
Yeah, in fact, you can hit the stand-up target to light a lock. Now she's in the upside down, and this is perfect because the ball's going to eject into 1, so she got 7.5
nice.
for free.
Oh, wow.
And now she's going to wail on those again. Yep. She's been playing my copy of this in Boulder, so I know she definitely knows some things about the game. So there's 2 left there for the upside down, but the values have gone down dramatically. So that last one's only 1.3 million. Actually, the last one was only 500K.
Yeah, it's like after 2, there aren't points there.
All right. We'll see if she tries to backhand. Yep.
Oh,
so she made it
nice.
through.
Got
Okay.
it.
And now on this first multi-ball set, you just have to hit the pair of stand-ups once that lights all 3 locks, so you can see that her left ramp is still lit. So yeah, I just like going into multi-ball. I mean, on the left ramp, and that's what I do. Now, did she get credit there for that lock? Yes. Okay, I see. That's what it was. The animation was just delayed. So that's pretty decent points, actually, thanks to the upside down a little bit. And she's got 2 locks, so her next shot off the left ramp is going to start multi-ball.
All right, Chicken Shannon didn't want to pick a game.
Now,
going for
yeah,
it.
no, but that's a common thing you hear.
Absolutely.
Where when you choose the game, that puts even more pressure on yourself because you feel like you have to win because.
And you're probably going to be going first.
That's true. Yeah,
Yep.
you don't know what you need,
And it's like picking your execution. Would you like the gas or the hanging?
So Shannon. Now, so for the finals here, is it just whoever wins this game, or
Yeah, this is for all the
okay? So
marbles.
the points you brought in don't matter.
What it did was Heisey got to choose the game,
Yep.
and then from there it's position.
Okay.
Business hours are until 5, and it is 4:40. This is why I did have to do a rather quick,
Perfect. Yeah.
finals, because game exchange employees want to go home.
All right. So Shannon's got her locks lit, and now I think we're going to see her. Yep, backhand. Did we disable the diverter up there for the multi-ball?
I did not
Okay.
make any adjustments.
I didn't do that, but I don't know. Zach McCarthy had suggested that to me, and so I wondered if it ended up happening because when you hit it slowly like that, it's often not enough. But it seems like the diverter just.
I don't know. I just don't know this game well enough.
No, that's okay.
Like I said,
So the upside down has begun. That looked different than how it started for the last player. So maybe it is just switch hits.
Yep.
And she just cashed in 3 of those at a very high value, and just got over 20 million points, 2 shots. All right. Well, she's probably feeling okay about that score and has locks lit.
I would say so.
Has 1 lock, and the rest are lit.
After 1 ball, it's pretty close here, I think.
Yeah. So like I was saying, when I play this game now, I'm just playing that multi-ball, and then after that's over, then maybe I'll decide. Like I just don't think too hard about it. Start that multi-ball. You'll get a mode. We'll start with it, and then.
Oh, that's true.
Because it'll be your
Got to
third.
shoot it 3 times.
Exactly. So there might be a way to get out of sync in that. If you shoot one before you light locks, you can get out of sync with it. But
Oh, okay. I see. Yep.
so that is ball 2 locked, and since Laura has already played multi-ball, she needs to hit both of the stand-ups for each to qualify each lock. So she's got this one is green, so she needs to hit the other one to light her other lock. And she's also
one away from each mode.
Yeah, exactly. One away from this mode, and one. So she just started the far left mode. Well, it happened to be on follow the compass.
Is that a good one?
I'm not totally sure that I know which modes are good and which ones are bad. This one doesn't seem to be super valuable.
I mean, what's the idea? You kind of want like all the shots lit?
Yeah,
Is that a good
that's
mode?
true, right? So this is only lighting one shot.
Yeah.
Oh, great! 40 more orbits for extra ball.
Oh, and she just started the upside down. That's a bummer.
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah, it is.
could have been a good 15, 20 million real quick there. Yeah, Nap, I don't know. It was working when I tested it, but it could be that what we're seeing some backhands that are, maybe they're rolling the exact right speed where the diverter comes up, but then it drops down because, the ball's moving slowly and the ball rolls past it. I mean, it's good. It's not screwing anybody up. Oh, that was, bad luck for Hannah.
I think that the mystery on this game is super fun.
Yeah,
how it's like the 40-sided die. Is that what it is? A 40-sided?
It's 20.
20. Okay.
Hey,
whatever.
I got the
40's
42
would be a
versus
lot.
43 wrong from the answer to the
Yeah,
universe
it's
or
definitely
whatever.
42, but that's just because I'm married to Puppet Man. 42.
So Summer has a lot going on here. She's got locks lit. She has the Demogorgon ready, which, maybe she doesn't want to do, ironically, because it's just a sort of distraction that isn't going to be the amount of points that she needs at this moment.
Is there an indicator on the play field that shows you how many locks you have made?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Is that in the info menu?
That I do not know. So, and actually, we were asking about the diverter working. It is working because we just saw Summer backhand it. It went slowly. The diverter came up here to lock the ball onto the back panel, but the ball wasn't rolling fast enough, and then it came back down. So, yeah, and like she's been playing my pro a lot and backhanding that ramp. So, hopefully she can adjust and shoot it from the right flipper. Of course, the danger in forehanding that is ball is moving quickly, and when you miss, it's dangerous return.
Oh, man. Yeah, she's kicking herself for that one.
All right, final ball.
This is it for all the marbles.
Final ball. We need a special song or something.
Laura McCarthy holding firm in first. Let's see if she can run, rabbit, run. Laura McCarthy, proprietor of Blizzard Mountain Pinball.
Wearing the shirt.
That's right.
Everybody uses a blue shirt for their logo.
Look at all of these lady owner operators we have here.
She has 2 locks. So she's
Oh, that's her third.
yeah, this is her third.
The mystery
And
looks.
she just started a mode, so this would be
Ooh.
oh. That was scary.
Oh, that was very scary.
And she can start the Demogorgon, but again, I don't know.
No, don't do that,
I
Laura.
would just get into multi-ball.
Left ramp, left ramp. What is that? What are you doing? I love you.
I mean, probably this is better from a points perspective, but you wouldn't want to. You
But
wouldn't
the
want to die.
security
Yeah.
of 3.
Oh, it looks like she's going for it.
She is a brave woman. I love
She's
her.
a mad woman. Yeah, the extra ball. There it is.
I was going
How
to
much
say,
is this?
so yeah, let's find out. Oh, that's a good animation.
Yeah, it's just like the Attack
how
from
many-
Mars one.
How many points did she have before? Because it looks like we're going to have to do math.
It was like 47.
Was it?
Whoa.
Whoa.
15 million.
Yeah,
Wow.
That
Okay.
is not
Thanks,
small.
Joe Soap.
How much more?
Nice commentary.
Like her mystery is also lit for red and yellow. What does that mean?
Yeah, it looks like it's extra ball again. Is it?
Does she have?
That's very strange.
Did she have 2 stacked?
I don't know. And the lower one, yeah, I think is mystery. Yeah, the extra ball is the AFM lock shot. It just doesn't sort of wrap around. It comes out to the left. Whoa, we just saw an air ball land on the ramp. That was nuts. And she, wow, nice. Got 10 million for that. And another extra ball.
Wow.
I'm not actually sure why that happened, but
I don't, and another, yeah. Huh.
wow.
Wait,
And
that
she
was
still
the
has
one-
multi-ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And that
She's
was that an air
just
ball that landed in the
teasing
pops?
us.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
there it
there it is. Oh, thank God.
And
She
now
was
check out the
killing me.
ramps. See how it says jackpot on the
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
that is
awesome.
so cool.
Well, I like the multicolored jackpot
Yeah.
because it was only single colored before.
So things to do here: shoot all the shots. If you light mystery is add a ball. It's in that same spot as the extra ball shot, and it's going to be there. It's lit right now. So
It's
it's
the
like
red.
every other set of in lanes. So that must have been her. She must have just been on an odd numbered ones there.
And you can, so she can still fight the Demogorgon. She can
Yep.
you still be in the mode.
Mm-hmm. Oh no!
Oh boy!
She could get it.
Oh,
there
yeah!
it is!
Oh,
Gets the add ball,
Dude,
the ball
that-
save, revive, and
that
the
is
grace
awesome.
period. Man.
she is not screwing around.
Right. Okay. Well, we know why she chose this game. Yeah. So what happens there is you get one ball added, but you get your other balls back. Anything that drained within the.
Oh,
No,
and she
she's
was
still
so
alive.
close to Demogorgon.
That's weird.
Where is the
It's
ball?
in the shear lane.
Oh, did it airball or did it pass through the trough?
No, I mean I think she was draining while she had a ball save going.
She's not sure either.
But it.
I'll go over.
You
there.
go. I mean it should have. I think it should have kicked that out with an auto plunge.
Snow's got to make a ruling here, guys. Here we go. Void it all.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be able to just play on here. I mean, because she was coming out of a multi-ball, had ball saves going.
Yeah.
But it's strange that
Start the tournament all over.
yeah, the game really should have auto plunged this out. You know, when it's giving you balls back in the middle of play. I think it's a ball save that had a very late ball save that should have been auto plunged and wasn't. Yeah.
And there's also a comment here that says she drained at the left out lane lit.
Yeah, it could have also been. She had the left out lane lit, so it could have been from that also. But I don't know why it wasn't auto plunged. Look at me commentating and making rulings, or influencing rulings, I guess.
I mean, in theory, we could like write down the score and just be like, well.
No, I think that's yeah. So right, it could be that too. But it's weird. Like the game should say, "Hey, I have a ball in the shooter lane, and we're in the middle of a ball. I should put this back on the playfield, right?"
Well, it turns out if you want the auto plunge, it's a $279 kit. Yeah. No, it's
It's DLC or whatever. Oh, 10 million. So wow, she got 10 million for that defeating
The
of
Demogorgon.
the Demogorgon, which killed her. And wow, let's clap to that. Yeah,
woo!
that is just it's a great score on this game and a commanding lead. She's certainly not safe 100%, but she's got to be feeling pretty good.
Do you remember what your GC was? Oh man, Hannah.
I think it was 120 actually.
Hannah has a rough go on it on this one. Stranger Things is pretty mean.
Yeah, it can definitely be brutal if you brick. The shots come back really rough. The feeds from those orbits, like you were talking about, it hits the gate on the right side,
And the sling. Oh, and we talked about that. Not this game, but this hit the top. That top third, like you were saying.
Yep. And that goes back to my point about the geometry of the playfield. This is one where you want to look at the rails and how far back they're set on those orbits, and that's going to tell you how nasty potentially a ball feed is going to be exiting the orbits. So because it's so high and so far set back behind the slingshots, the trajectory is such that it's going to send it into the slings if it doesn't have momentum or if you don't bounce it off the side. So giving it a hearty cabinet slap.
Oh,
no.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls.
Laura McCarthy.
is your winner.
What?
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Should we get like an interview with her?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so hold tight for Laura.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I think Snow should interview her.
Yeah, you're the TD, the organizer, and yeah. Well, so we're okay. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Stick around for an interview with the winner, Laura McCarthy. Assuming
We have
she
a
doesn't mind
champion.
being on the mic here, and thank you so much to Game Exchange for hosting, providing this space, and also being going to be the site of Nationals, IFPA Nationals, first Thursday in March, as well as Pinmasters. And I'm out of here.
Thanks, Ryan. All right, here we go to our exclusive winner of the women's match play at Game Exchange, Laura McCarthy, talking to Snow Galvin.
So that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Ryan and I were talking about how surprising the game choice was.
Yeah, when I was thinking about the games that I had played, I had games that I had won, but I don't think I felt super confident on any of them. Like, just having various issues on different things, and so it was kind of more a process of elimination of
Okay.
which ones I didn't want to play. So,
How well would you say you know the game?
not well at all.
Really? Because
yeah.
you could have fooled us. It looked like you absolutely knew what you were doing, and you were driving me crazy by not starting that second multi-ball, but you made it work. You
I
started
thought
it.
I had one ball locked, and so then when I shot it up there, I was like, okay, like I think I've got the second ball locked up there, but and so then when it started the multi-ball, I
You were
was
surprised.
kicking myself a little bit of like, why didn't I start it
that's
earlier?
super interesting. Yeah, so that caused, because I don't know the game super great either, it
Mhm.
caused me to ask Ryan, is there any indication on the play field how many balls you have locked?
Right.
So you were thinking
have
you
no
had
idea.
a lot more work to do.
Right.
So you have to hit both stand-ups. Yeah, that's,
Right.
then why not shoot the Demogorgon? That makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
get it. That's totally solid logic.
Yeah. No, it's a little intimidating having it streamed because then you're just kind of like,
Right.
I know people are like, why are you shooting that? Or, that's not the thing
But
to do.
so
or,
beneficial when you're
Yeah.
not sure why you have a ball in the shooter lane.
yes.
Where you had eyes on it.
Yes, that was extremely helpful. Kind of be like, I don't know what happened. I don't remember
Yeah.
what I saw, but at least there's like a instant
committee.
replay essentially, right?
There's a committee available.
So that's a very helpful aspect of streaming.
Fantastic. What did you think about the format? Was this
I loved it.
like the match play?
Yeah, it was. It was funny. Shannon and I were talking about, wow, it felt so super chill and, everything through the whole thing and just fun. And then we got to the last game and we were both just like, panicking. And so we're like, suddenly the pressure is on.
That's
But-
great. Yeah, and that was kind of the point I wanted to try and do with this tournament was to get, because I knew we'd be pulling in some new players.
Yeah,
Make sure they get a lot of game time, but make the finals meaningful.
absolutely.
That's so often the case in pinball where it's just over or it peters out.
Yeah.
And so you don't get to see like the game that really counts.
Right. And it was a good amount of time, and then it was nice of like there were a lot of familiar faces, but then a lot of people I had never met before, and
that's
it
fantastic.
was neat to hear different people's stories of how they got into pinball and where they're coming from, and
I love it. That's
Yeah.
so great. And I made sure to plug the Bells and Chimes here in Denver.
awesome.
Every other Wednesday, they meet at the One Up Colfax. And that league's going on now. So if there's any ladies who are watching and are local, please, they're looking for new players. Anybody that wants to join, it's a really great scene here.
And hey, how about a shout
Yeah.
out for some Blizzard Mountain pinball there?
Absolutely.
since she's been here,
I mean, she won it for Blizzard. Second Sunday tournaments, Flipper Frenzy.
Yeah,
Blizzard League all the time.
absolutely. Well, we have a Stranger Things on order, and
Oh, interesting.
I've been looking forward to it, but now I'm super psyched about.
Oh, that's
Very nice.
great. That's going to be your jam.
Yes.
I love it. Well, with that, I think we are going to need to wrap up and start packing
Yeah,
it in.
JJ, I think wants us out of here.
Yeah, I
he
know
wants
he
to go
does.
home.
So we're going to have to say thank you so much for watching. We had a lot of fun. We learned a lot. We are going to be better prepared for 2 weeks from now. And
yeah, so in 2 weeks, well, is it 2 weekends, I guess? So
yeah.
starting March
Is it
5th, we will be doing Nationals and Pin Golf here. So we'll be doing the National Finals and the Pinmasters Tournament. So hit that follow button. You'll see us live. There'll be tons of great players from all over the country. And we'll be here for 4 straight days of
pinball all the
action.
pinball you could possibly
and I refuse,
handle.
and I'm not going to shower the entire time. I'm going to sink it up. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching.
Well, that's it.
That's all we got.
We'll check you
and
next
congrats
time.
to Laura for winning,
Yeah,
and congrats to all the ladies for playing and showing up, and congrats to Chet for hanging out. We love you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination.